on your back taxes. Get your fresh start today. That's 800-242-3186.
Sponsored by Coast One Financial Group.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he.
Wasn't that a Jim Rome thing?
War Eagle.
Do people still war stuff?
I don't know.
Like they did with Rome? Yeah, war, Sacramento Kings, milkshakes with chunks of cookie in them. I'm out.
Check that.
That was like 20 years ago, so I assume yes for Jim Rome.
That's still doing it?
War.
I spent the weekend, though, I'm actually really proud of myself because with Avery, what are you laughing?
Nothing. I think I know what's coming.
No, wait, do you? Okay, if it's not this, then tell me what you thought it was. With Avery in college now, I have had to curtail a lot of my urges when it comes to purchasing random stuff.
Oh.
Okay. So, but I had it's almost like a gambler, I think, where I was watching golf on Saturday. We'll talk about that later. Jackson Coyven, I don't know if how about being 21 years old and holding off world number one and winning you're a millionaire.
More like number two.
Right? And so I was like, I don't really have a lot of stuff around the house that I can practice golf-wise. Like, what would be nice? Some people just go in their backyard and we don't have a huge backyard, but they'll go in their backyard, do some chipping. Some people have a little putting green. We don't have room for any of that. Or if we did want to make room, we'd have to take out a bunch of stuff, right? Which, by the way, minor announcement. We got our first artichoke over the weekend from the artichoke plant we planted in the spring, but apparently they're all lame the first year, so they're all woody and dumb.
So you choked.
Yeah, artichoked. Also, if anybody wants pickles, I now have...
That's what I thought you were.
Oh, yeah. No, I have 12 jars of pickles now. Full, giant mason jars of pickles.
When I called you on Saturday?
Yeah, Saturday morning.
What are you doing? You're like, pickling.
Pickling.
I've been pickling for the last hour.
I had a pickling conveyor, whatever it's called.
Conveyor belt?
Yeah,
assembly line?
Yeah, whole assembly line, station, the whole thing. And we cannot keep up with these pickling cucumbers we grew, but it's actually turned out really well because we'll grab them. It's not as hard as you think, man.
Gross. You're grabbing your pickle?
Yeah, we're grabbing a lot of pickle going on. And so we have these piles of cucumbers and then basically have these mason jars set up. And the ingredients are pretty simple. It's like a salt water, a little bit of sugar, white vinegar brine, and then you either have the hot pickles where you put the hot water over them, or in the case what I've found I like the Clausen style refrigerator pickle, the milder pickle. There's gonna be a lot of innuendo in this, isn't there? And so there's no heating involved other than you got to heat up the water to distill to absorb the sugar and the salt. And then you cool it down with ice cubes and get it all room temperature. Anyways, and then in the bottom of each jar, it's dill. I'm not a sweet pickle guy. Not a sweet pickle guy. So it's dill, black peppercorn, some mustard seed, some celery seed, little bit of coriander. God, is that it? I feel like I'm probably forgetting a couple of things. Anyways. And then you slice up the cucumber into little spears, and you pack the jar, and then you pour the brine over it. You shake, give it a good shake until it's all the spices and seeds and everything are everywhere, and then you're dialed, right. And I have a little case that holds all the jars that it came with, and you put it in the case. And so we have 11 jars of pickles and 1 jar of red onions, pickled red onions, right? But a couple of them I'll put maybe some jalapenos or a habanero, or what really works is just pizza peppers.
Oh.
It's what works. Oh, garlic.
So pickled peppers.
Pickled peppers. Peter pepper, pickled peppers. Yeah. So I was pickling, but then when you called me, it was like, God, oh my God. Dude, I had the most middle-aged Saturday morning. It was ridiculous. Was it Saturday morning you called me or yesterday?
No, Saturday, I think.
Okay. Because I woke up 4:45, couldn't go back to bed. Dogs are sleeping on my legs. Get off me, dogs. And then I go downstairs, coffee, and then I have my little fountains I like to fill. So that, again, that's old man.
I'm not walking over there before I get my coffee.
Fountains.
Drinking cup, the little, you've seen them. A little, nothing like grandiose. I'm a water feature guy. So my backyard has.
I'm attempting to dazzle Dave.
Is a fountain a flex? Oh.
Fountain flex.
So I have, on my back fence, I have three, they're like these kind of square, maybe like 4 feet tall fountains where water comes out of a lion's mouth, and then it comes out of these like three things, and they're the same fountain, right? So that's my back fence, and then I have two of them, 3-tier, the tiered fountains where it goes off the top, looks like a bishop from a chessboard up top, and then it goes into a little bowl, into a bigger bowl, into the big bowl down there. I like the sound of flowing water. I don't know. It relaxes me.
Gotcha.
So I've collected these, and then the garden. So I'm doing this Saturday morning. I'm doing the first thing I do. I have a hose. This is how you know you're middle aged, dude. When you have a hose that's connected to a squeezy, what's that called? A gun. Is it called a gun?
I know a sprinkler valve, not a valve.
Sprayer?
Sprayer, sure.
Okay, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. What, Chris? You okay. Good point. You know you're old when you have a hose in your backyard or front yard connected to a sprayer and you never turn the water off. Like it's not flowing, it just stops.
Yeah.
But because you use it so much, you just grab it and start spraying. So I got a couple of dry patches in my lawn that I'll hand spray to kind of help out. That's old man crap right there. Then like sun's coming up, coffee's kicking in. I turn on because the golf tournament was in Minnesota, so it starts kind of early for us. So I turn on the ESPN Plus coverage. So I got very low volume, neighbors. But I got golf on, and I'm drinking my coffee, and I'm watering my lawn, watching golf. That is full old man.
Yeah.
But it gets worse because the garden deeply needed to go to the European Wax Center, if you know what I mean. It's just out of control, dude. We have mint, which anyone who's ever grown mint knows that is an invasive species, right? Like it'll go so we have it kind of segregated into a little metal circle that it grows by itself and away from everything, but it was just growing into everything. So I'm out there with these gardening shears, just doing Edward Scissorhands on the mint and
trimming the bush,
yeah. Making them little bowl. Then I notice one of the tomato vines is creeping, so I got to grab the vine, and we have those little tomato cages, and I got to put it up in the cage. Oh, there's a couple cucumbers I got to pick. Oh, some everything's starting to come in, so it's like we got Thai chili peppers for the soy sauce and all kinds of jalapenos and all that crap. Anyways, and then when you called me, I hadn't thought about it in the moment, but I was like, God dang, dude, what is next? Like, we're gonna go down to the lodge for breakfast, and maybe it'll be egg salad this afternoon, and watch some Jeopardy. Like, I already know I am 63 years old. I called Tom Maley over the weekend because my Facebook video algorithm is now all like people catching fish. So I think I'm going to go out. Me and my buddy are going to go out with Tom the end of the month.
Oh, wow.
And because he's doing a fish guide thing now.
Okay.
And do that. And then I think I got to hit up Sepp or Kent to do because I want to catch a big fat salmon. It's like the only fish I like to eat.
Okay.
So
what led you to the golf thing? Did you buy a golf thing?
So thank you, Jason. I felt the call of the wild, man, on Amazon, right? And I'm watching it. This is how it usually starts. I get an idea in my head. Then I start watching like videos of like best home golf setup or great best training tools. Or I just, even if I'm just going in the backyard and chipping, because I'm terrible at chipping, right? Like, why not just go back and just, it's relaxing. You're working on your game. This 21-year-old kid's leading the tournament by 4 strokes. I'm a loser. The biggest heartbreak I have with my house is I do not have a room for a golf simulator, which is what I want more than anything.
Maybe if get rid of all those fountains.
Yeah. You can't put it out. I mean, I guess you could put it outdoor, but the garage would be the perfect spot. But
what's up with the garage?
The ceiling's just I'm too tall. So like I can swing a club without hitting the ceiling. But if I follow through just a little bit high at a clank, and I know what will happen, you tee it off on a ball, and one time I'll just, follow through wrong and snap the driver.
So the ceiling is the roof.
Ceiling is the roof.
Yeah.
So I can't do the golf. So I got to do like mini. Anyways, so I looked at they have these little TrackMan tripods that you can now buy. And not only will they pretty accurately tell you what your distance is, your spin, your this, your that, your all that stuff, right? But you can hook them up to your TV now, and it's got like 500 courses on there, and you can use that as a simulator. So I was looking at those, and I looked a big golf net out back, but here's the reality. I set up the golf net, I play on it, and then it's like I don't take it down, and then it gets rained on, or a dog pees on it, or a big brown spot in the lawn because I don't ever take it down. Or my big worry is I take out driver and miss, and it's like the Mista lady from Happy Gilmore where she falls off the roof.
It was great.
I didn't buy anything.
All that and nothing.
I looked and I looked and I looked. I looked at nets. I looked at putting thingies. I looked at this game called something golf. I know.
Tiger Woods?
War golf? Battle golf.
War golf.
The battle golf.
War golf.
It's like this big target, and you hit these balls, and they like Velcro to it, and it's got like points on it. I'm screwed. But then we started talking because you're playing today in Bobby's tournament.
Correct. Bobby Jackson.
Yeah, Bobby's tournament. Yeah, you're playing Bobby Jackson's tournament. That'll be good.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun. I'll raise some money for a good cause.
Always.
So you're excited. Do you know who you're playing with?
Yeah, I think it's a group that's kind of been the game of
golf.
Scott, Frank, and a guy named Gary Gerald.
I know him. It's actually Gary Gerald. Yeah, show some respect.
Yeah, the G-Man.
Well, that's a nice foursome.
It is.
A shameful performance.
And that'll likely be our result.
A shameful? Yeah, but you know what? You'll have fun on.
We absolutely
I am a little jealous. Good for you guys. Come on, Bobby. What's up? Can't invite Dave? That's that. I don't want that getting back to him. He was very generous to invite me.
So he did?
Yes, yeah. I was invited.
Good.
Yes, I was. But when it comes down to is only one of us can play because of the show, and I know how much you like the tournament, so I have selflessly decided to stay for the full show today.
You're the hero.
I'm honestly am. It's kind of a ladder moment for me.
I agree.
Yeah, so you'll be leaving. It's so funny how our show arguments happen because we had a show argument over the weekend. Heated argument on a Sunday morning. This is the opposite of honestly, probably why we beat Dirt and Sprague. Probably why number one in the city.
Because we can work it out.
We can work it out, just like the Beatles. We had a big argument over Jason leaving early this morning. And the argument consisted of Jason wanted to leave at 9:30.
Or even later.
Yeah. Well, his tournament's at Rancho Murrieta.
Yeah.
It's 45 minutes from here.
Is it that far?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I'm taking the KHTK copter.
The KHT copter.
Yeah.
As of Sunday, when I mapped it, it was 40. Let's see, 42 minutes right now.
Okay.
Right now, though, we'll see what.
I don't need to go now.
Just saying. And so I'm saying you have to leave at 9. You can't leave at 9 because then you're the guy that shows up 15, 20 minutes late. Now, maybe somebody started yammering and they did a national anthem or something. Some of these do. But you're showing up late. You're lugging your clubs up. And then what? You got to call G-Man or whoever you're at. Marsh, hey, could you leave the first hole, drive all the way? That's garbage. So I won the argument.
You did. So now we're avoiding that.
Now we're avoiding.
I'll be able to get there in a few minutes early.
Yeah. I think
take a swing or two.
Yeah, take it. Yeah, that's the other thing. Be able to warm up. So,
Yeah.
So once again, now notes. You're missing an hour today. I'm missing 4 on Friday. Yeah.
You have 4 tournaments.
I have. Yes, I have a tournament way away from here.
Oh, okay.
What else did I want to tell you? I found out there's a lot more video games you can play on a MacBook now than you could before. That's kind of a late development. So with travel coming up, now I'm going to use my laptop as a
not the Steam Deck?
Yeah, well, I'm going to give that to because Mason's coming with me this time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's coming with me, and he'll be there all week, and he'll be when we go across the pond over the weekend, he'll be there. He'll be in New York with me next week.
Oh, so Chris, ready for this? So Mason's, gets the shower and the fan and all that set up, everything. Like
Mason will get a fan. Well, he doesn't want a fan. I offered him the fan. I'm giving Mason. I'm letting him have my AirPods for the trip. He's going to use the Steam Deck. That's why I was doing the MacBook thing. I'm going to give him my Steam Deck and a controller, so he's got stuff to do.
You guys can play with each. Hello.
Well,
You're right next to each other.
Unfortunately we are not.
You're not next to each other?
No, couldn't find two seats. Actually, the way the plane's configured, there's not 2 seats next to each other where I'm sitting.
The great thing is Dave's such a good dad that he's taking coach and Mason's taking his regular seat.
Honestly, I thought about offering that.
You thought about it?
I did.
So what's the setup?
So Mason there's 3
it's
sections.
under the plane in the luggage.
There's 3 sections of the plane. There's the front section, the middle section, and then the back section, right?
Okay.
First class, business class, coach.
No, business class, like economy plus or whatever, and then economy. I am happy to report that Mason is in the very front.
Oh, good for him.
Of the 3rd section.
Oh.
Yeah, no. He's got some leg room. I actually helped him pre-order his in-flight meals yesterday. I mean, lap of luxury, dude.
Well, that's not so bad because you're in the back of the middle section.
I'm close to the back of the middle section. I'm a little bit ahead of the back of the middle section. I'm slightly ahead of the back of the middle section.
So he's in the front of the 3rd section.
Yes.
You're a little bit ahead of the back of the middle section.
Mason, let me just leave it like this. Mason is traveling on this trip how I would travel on this trip if the company didn't pay for it.
Okay.
So Mason is...
Are you on the same plane?
We are on...
You get there earlier.
Barely on the same plane. And I'll have you know, hey, you want to talk about sacrifice? I can't go to the lounge I usually go to because he's not allowed in there because he's not flying in the same section I'm at. If you've ever gone to...
lucky for you, you can always buy a day pass for him, so you both can go.
You can't buy a day pass.
Whoa,
not at the,
luxurious.
If you ever go, so we're flying out of SFO. We fly United. United has 2 types of lounges. They have the United Club, which I can't buy a day pass for. We can go on to the United Club, but then they have something called the United Polaris Lounge. And if you're flying in Polaris, I'm not saying I am. I'm saying, but if you are flying in Polaris, I've heard of it. I've seen it before from the outside. If you're flying in Polaris, there's a lounge, and then at the end of the lounge is the rest. It's a sit-down waiter rest. It's a restaurant. It's literally a restaurant, and that's where you have the showers and you have all that. But you cannot bring guests. You have to be flying in Polaris, which is their business class, to be able to access this lounge, which is stupid because, number one, he's a minor. And then secondly, where the seat I'm sitting in has a little ottoman with seatbelts on it in front, right?
So he could sit with you?
I actually think it's good that an adult can't just take a minor into the special lounge for United.
he makes it sound terrible.
He does.
He makes it sound absolutely horrible. He can't. This is actually, hey, United, this is kind of garbage. He can't even, like, I was thinking, oh, you can come up, we'll play some video games, we can eat lunch together, all that, help pass. He can't come up. They won't let him up there. I was like, he's a minor. He's a minor. I mean, he's barely a minor. He's a minor. I'm sorry, sir. Yeah, it's strict rules.
I wonder if, like, your attendant would, like, you're like, my son's.
I think usually they're cool. Well, like on the flight back, we like when we came back from vacation, kids were in the back of the plane, Avery and Mason, and apparently Mason's headphones broke. So I asked our guy if he'd give Mason my headphones, and he did. So hopefully that would apply.
He actually walked them back there?
Huh?
He walked your headphones?
No. Let me rephrase that. I asked if I could give him my headphones, and he said yes, because I didn't know if you could just take the assigned ones. Yeah, because
I can't come in. Do you know who my daddy is?
We can't. We try not to go back there.
Yeah.
We'll go back there once or twice, but we don't want to get any. That.
Mason gets on the plane. He's like, I don't think you understand how many gift cards I have.
Man, taking a big risk on this flight.
Uh-oh.
Why?
Son was in China for a few weeks, learning a couple of things.
Yeah.
Maybe learning that, maybe these upper class people should be taken down a notch or two.
I think, honestly, with Mason, I keep offering him stuff to do. Be like, he raw dogged the China flight. He didn't even pull.
Yeah, shout out to the proletariat.
Here, oh my God, what a sentence. And by the way, you guys are all sick, but this is actually a legitimate sentence.
We're sick.
My son raw dogged the flight to China. He didn't even pull out his Wii. That is a legitimate sentence with zero innuendo or humor to it, because he brought. Well, actually, never mind. It's just the Switch. I keep calling it a Wii, but he
go and play with your Wii.
right. That's so. But he doesn't. He's like, we'll live movies. Yeah. Well, then this flight has. It's one of the ones I found out that has Starlink on it. So you can it's basically the same speed as your home internet. You can stream movies and YouTube TV. I don't even know if it's legal, but you can FaceTime. You can do whatever. So he's just like, yeah, I'll just watch ball games and watch a movie and fall asleep. 10.5 hours. It's not really. I'm used to 17. He's dialed now. He's used to 17, 18-hour flights. He's been everywhere. We had my mom and dad over last night.
How was that?
We got a break, but it was good, always good seeing them. It was great. I opened it, so right there. Bark, 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 bark. Dogs go in the back. I opened the door. My mom's wheelchair is facing the street. My dad's right there, and I opened the door. He goes, just take her. That's the first thing he said.
Hi, Dad.
I said, no. Hey, Dad. He just kind of comes inside. What's wrong? He goes, hey, in the parking lot. In the parking lot. Drive away for a half hour. Hey, don't know which way. She's fumbling with a purse. Just take her. I'm like, all right, well, come on. The highlight was last night. I started smoking some ribs at about 3 p.m. We're having ribs. I made a homemade potato salad and baked beans. I have a little barbecue on a Sunday night, right? Ribs are a big thing in my family. So, anyways, my mom is parked in her wheelchair in the kitchen, her favorite spot. Avery is it's great when my mother comes over because Avery can just yammer and my mom eats it up. It's like watching two chainsaws go at it. They're blah, 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 and I can tune it out. It keeps my mom occupied, keeps Avery occupied. And then at one point, this is just so my mom. She goes, hey, honey, what's for dinner? And I go, we're having ribs. I made some homemade potato salad and baked beans. And I'm getting ready to start plating everything around. And she's like, just ribs? And I just start I actually started laughing. And I said, Mom, you know what? Your filter's is gone, isn't it? It is just gone. She's like, what? Which is my mom and dad do. What? Mom, does that work anywhere else? You go somewhere and then someone's making food and you just go, just rib? And she goes, well, every time your sister comes up, now this is how she makes it better. Every time your sister goes up or comes up, she wants ribs and, I feel like we eat a lot of ribs. Mom, Lindsay hasn't been up here for 2 months. Well, okay. I'm like, well, what do you want? She's like, I want a cheeseburger. Swear to God, on my kids, I want a burger. And then Avery, of course, because what I was going to say is like, Mom, why don't you just have some ribs? Anyways, Avery goes, oh, Mommy just got some ground beef. It's in the fridge. I go, okay. And then, so what does my mom do? She goes, honey, you want ribs or a cheeseburger? And my dad goes, oh, burger's fine. Now I'm making cheeseburgers because they came in and did the whole thing. Long story long, they're both eating their cheeseburgers. My mom needs, in addition to, all the fixings and everything, my mom mixes her own little Thousand Island in a ramekin, ketchup, mustard, mayonnaise, whatever. Anyways,
where'd she get that from?
She made it. She had my daughter put it all together, and then she made it. Best part of the night, because my mom purposely slows down her eating, I think, to make the night last longer. So she's still going it. She's still picking at her plate about an hour after everybody is done. At the end of the night, as my dad is basically like, honey, we gotta go. She asks my daughter
have some ribs
to put the remainder of the ketchup mixture she had in a ramekin. Do you have a little Tupperware that I could take this home? Mom, you have all these ingredients at home. What are you taking it home for? Because there's still a few spoonfuls left. It's really good. Anyways, we'll take a break. By the way, I took a picture. This is my mom looking at her phone with her plate in front of her while no more plates, just my mom. My mom is living her best life, and I love her for it. We'll take a break. When we come back, we got a lot to get to. Kyle Shanahan was in a car accident, but not over the weekend, but it came out over the weekend. Baseball Hall of Fame has inducted 3, including a couple very familiar to Giants fans. College football, are they unionizing? What a summer for the NBA. And we have over-under win totals as well. I want to talk about those with you next.
Like and subscribe to the Sactown Sports 1140 YouTube channel at Sactown Sports 1140 to get the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross, Matt and Kayla, and the Drive Guys with Kevin Gleason and Alan Stiles on demand and at your fingertips. Get your fix of the Sacramento Kings, 49ers, Giants, Athletics, NFL, NBA, and the latest in sports and entertainment all in one place at Sactown Sports 1140 on YouTube. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life's sleep.
When you see this in your kitchen,
the stainless steel fridge is covered in fingerprints.
You hear this.
Leslie, people are going to think you were raised in a barn or by wolves or raised in a barn by wolves.
Fortunately, Wyman Stainless Steel 3-in-1 cleans, shines, and protects to give you the best shine. A spray and a wipe will have your fridge shining like a mirror.
Wow, my fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer & Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust. Along with my partner and associates, I have been helping accident survivors recover for their injuries for over 25 years. And we can help you. There's no charge for calling, so please call us today.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Today, we tip our wrench to Rock Auto customer Noah.
My first car was a 2001 Dodge Neon with a blue wing, and it happened to match my high school sweetheart, who's now my wife, her black 2005. So my uncle has been in the industry for well over 25 years. He recommended Rock Auto immediately to buy my first set of brakes. I would recommend Rock Auto just because it's simple, it's easy to find the parts you're looking for, it's all at a good price.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
The Gold Rush Classic, where the stars and guitars shine. The Gold Rush Classic is a celebrity pro-am golf tournament, $1 million hole-in-one, a skins game, a celebrity draft party, and a concert featuring the Cripple Creek Band. The Gold Rush Classic raises money for Make-A-Wish, Jordan's Guardian Angels, First Tee of Sacramento, Rancho Murrieta Youth Sports, and other worthwhile children's charities. The Gold Rush Classic takes place August 6th and 7th in Rancho Murrieta. Come join the fun, raise money for charity, and play golf with a celebrity like Barnes, Fernandez, Jackson, Lloyd, Merriweather, Ostertag, Polanese, Sharp, Schumann, or our own Greg Vaughn. Golf and concert sponsorship are still available at goldrushclassic.org. That's goldrushclassic.org. The Gold Rush Classic is sponsored by Guzetta Jewelers, Roseville's premier jewelry store. They've got you covered for any occasion.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Yeah, if we had more cucumbers, I'd sell pickles. That'd be kind of a fun little thing to do.
Okay.
Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, starting the show officially. Saw this before the show. I've been waiting for these. Now, this is just one that's come out, but I have over-unders for the NBA. Over-under win totals. Who do you think is favored to win the most games in the NBA next year?
Oklahoma City.
60.5. The Oklahoma City Thunder, number one. Number two?
San Antonio.
San Antonio, number two. 59.5. Now, who do you think is number one in the Eastern Conference? That's where it gets tricky. And I will tell you right now, I don't agree with it.
Yeah, I think they're going to put the Knicks.
You are correct. The Knicks at 53.5.
East is going to be really tough.
53.5 for the Knicks, 51.5 for the Boston Celtics. The Philadelphia 76ers also at 51.5. The Detroit Pistons at 50.5. Where it gets really interesting here for me, obviously, for reasons. What team in the NBA has the lowest win total?
Sacramento Kings.
The Sacramento Kings have the lowest win total in the NBA projected. You want to take a crack?
20.
Remember, they won 22 last year.
It depends. I've seen, so I don't know if it's 21, 22, 21.5.
That is absolutely correct. I had to find my bell.
So less than last year.
Less than last year by a half.
Yeah, they'd have to win the same number to go over.
Let's see. I'm trying to find who is second here. The Brooklyn Nets, I believe, are the second worst team at 24.5. The Wizards, 35.5. So that's going to be DeBonta, Trae Young, and all that. In case you're wondering, the teams with the biggest jumps from their from their win predictions last year, the beginning of the year last year, Detroit is favored to win 21 more games than they were at the beginning of last year, followed by Utah, my pick to click, at 17, San Antonio at 16, Washington at 16. The teams with the biggest drops from the beginning of last season. Milwaukee, minus 21. Followed by the Clippers at minus 18, Sacramento at minus 17. Now, let me just say this. Don't gamble. Gambling's bad for you. 1-800-GAMBLER. But if I was a gambler, Jason, if I was a gambler, and again, I'd wait till the start of the season just to see, just to make sure there's not some crazy trend. I would take out a mortgage on my house. I would take out a mortgage on my cars. I would take the kids' college fund and any and all loose change or otherwise that I could find, and I would hammer the over on that Kings 21.5. That's insane to me. It is insane to me. Now, here's what am I not saying here? I'm not saying the Kings will be good next year.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying the Kings are going to win 35. Right? All you need them to win is 22.
Yep.
And here's my case. Last year, the following three guys missed almost the entire season. Zach LaVine, Domantas Sabonis, and Keegan Murray. I have a question for you, Jason. On the roster right now, just not based on fit, not based on anything, and I'm not trying to lead you somewhere. I'm honestly asking you. Would you rank for me in no particular order who you believe the top three best players on the Sacramento Kings are?
I'm going to go with Domantas Sabonis, Zach LaVine, and I'm going to throw in a wild card, Darius Acuff.
Okay, there you go. You know what? The Keegan Murray, there's no doubt that Sabonis and LaVine are in that top three. Would you say if you're going Acuff over Murray, would you put Murray fourth?
Oh, yeah. I was just kind of doing that just to
Sure.
do it.
No. Totally.
Yeah.
So either the top three or three of the top four players on the Sacramento Kings missed almost the entire year last year. Zach LaVine is in a contract year. DeAndre Hunter played 1 game, 2 games?
2 is in the second game, yeah.
And almost lost his damn eye. He's not an MVP candidate, but he's a good rotational player. He missed all of that. You have Darius Acuff now at point guard. There's going to be some good and bad there, obviously. Rookie's going to probably have turnovers and a low shooting percentage, but Darius Acuff, they're going into this year, unlike last year where there's no disrespect to Westbrook or Schroeder, you now have the future of your franchise at the point guard position. Max Reynaud going into his second year. They added, a couple of rookies. Emmanuel. What my point is this. They are in almost all facets on paper. They're still going to probably be a mess. They're still probably the defense in the backcourt is going to be laughable. But they are in almost every facet better than they were last season, if for no other reason, injury. The tanking is apparently gone. You could make an argument that now all of a sudden the Washingtons, the Brooklyns, the Utahs, the Kings may be missing some opportunities against tanking teams where that will not count anymore. In theory, everybody's going to be trying to win, and I'm not indifferent to that. But unless you can't guarantee anything in sports. But I borderline would be like, dude, I'll quit my job if they don't freaking win over 21.5 next year. And again, to me, there are two things standing in the way of that. Injuries, number one, and number two, I can't foresee trades.
Right.
If they trade Sabonis and LaVine, which by the way would be good for the future, but if they trade them for picks and this and that and whatever, okay, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
This is more. I think Vegas got it wrong. I think they got it wrong by a good 4 or 5.5 games,
which is pretty far, actually.
Which is really a huge miss for them.
Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see.
Of the list, too, that you said, I wanted to go back on one of them, was Detroit. You said is the largest jump in
from where they were last at this time going into last year.
Over-under.
So yeah, before the 60-win season or whatever it was. Yeah, they had the largest jump,
which is funny. And their win total this year is down 10 from last year. I mean, they won 60, and they're saying over-under is 50.
Well, and what's interesting, too, to your point about Detroit, is also they still haven't solved the Jalen Duren thing yet, which
still out there.
That could mean quite a bit. Anyways, if I gambled,
only if,
which I don't. Here's what and we got a break.
Well, maybe your friend.
My friend is already looking to max out as much as he can, and as we go to break. This is not me telling you to do that. This is not me. I don't want to hear whatever, blah, unless you do and you win, and then I'll take the credit. But make your own decisions. And I always say, you know what? There is a strategy that is 100% effective when it comes to making sure you don't lose a bet. Nobody in the history of gambling has ever lost a bet when they didn't bet. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't want to be making that drive to the airport, wherever it may be, Why would you drive to the airport to get money? I don't know why I said that. I don't know why I said that. Yeah, that's true. They do have ATM. But you can drive, especially with fall. I wouldn't say it's around the corner, but it's, kind of right there. Especially when you're driving a brand new Ram HD truck. Chad Hoblet Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Woodland, has decided to extend that 4th of July sales event because those deals are so good. They're so good. And it's been such a successful group of deals. I mean, I'm not just saying this. You can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on those new 2026 Ram 25 and 3500 heavy duties. Number one. Number two, save thousands more with 0% financing for 60 months. Dude, the savings alone on these trucks is more than a lot of used cars you would get right now at full price. $14,000 off MSRP and 0% financing is insane. At Hoblet, the goal is to get you the hard-to-find heavy-duty truck you need at the best price possible. Plus, they have over 600 Rams available, so your new Ram is waiting at Hoblet. If you've been looking to upgrade, now's the time to do it. To save big, search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet. Period. We'll take a break. Kyle Shanahan and college football next.
Does Russell Westbrook no longer fit into the vision for the Kings?
Russ outplayed his contract last year in every possible way, and I think he earned every penny of his check and then some. Well, now the Kings have turned the page. They got Darius Acuff in. They're trying to move on and continue the rebuild. Part of that is by giving the youth the keys to the castle, as I said. And also, I think Russ deserves better.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
Progressive provides protection for your boat and other outdoor vehicles so you can explore new things.
Oh, I can finally try pesto.
We meant like water skiing.
I've just never had pesto.
Or maybe take the boat somewhere new.
I mean, is pesto spicy or sweet? Oh, guess we'll find out, right?
Right. Bundle home or auto insurance with your boat, RV, or motorcycle and stay protected with Progressive while you explore.
I don't know. Maybe I'm not ready for pesto.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Not available in all states or situations.
If the world were like a Sleep Number mattress, everything would adapt for your comfort. Your coffee would never get cold. Your flight would always be on time. And your mattress would always respond to you and your unique sleep needs. Sleep Number mattresses are designed to respond to your body and shift with your changing life, helping you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. To experience a whole new world of comfort, visit a Sleep Number store or go to sleepnumber.com. Sleep Number. To a good life sleep.
Get as loud as you can for Monster Jam! The one and only Monster Jam. Packed with stunts, smiles, and jaw-dropping skills. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. Like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Sparkle Smash, and more. Only at Monster Jam. Coming to Golden One Center August 15th and 16th. Brought to you by BKT Tires and Morgan & Morgan. Specially priced Saturday night tickets available.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
On Sactown Sports.
Yeah, look, Vegas knows what they're doing, and I've learned, I generally believe that. It was so egregious what that over-under line was for the Kings at 21.5. It was so bad that part of me is like, oh God, do they know something? Like, the Kings are getting 60% of their starting lineup back. They're not a title contender. It's still not a great lineup. But I wouldn't drop them a half a game.
So just thinking about that as far as the numbers go, just from the numbers perspective, they were picked the worst, right?
Yes, worst in the NBA.
And I know you haven't gone through every other team, but you're thinking they're going to go above it.
I do.
Which team is going to, is someone, the low bar going to be like 25 wins in the league?
You mean like who would be the worst team in the NBA besides them?
Yeah. Is someone going to win 20, 16?
There will be some random team in there that gets a bunch of injuries. I don't know who. I want to look at the Pelicans, but we talked last week about their lineups actually not that bad. They have the Grizzlies at 28.5. I think that's low too. So now that's a couple that I think they missed on. I don't
know that the Nets are very good.
That's the thing. Yeah, I don't think the Nets are very good, and they've got the Nets at 24.5.
It's not a big number. But.
And the thing is that they're disciplining tanking now.
Yeah, so now you've got no incentive for people. Although someone will find a loophole. They always do. The Clippers are at 27.5.
Interesting enough, the tanking might be like if you're on the edge of getting into the play-in.
Right, exactly.
Well, and also I think it would be hilarious if the team that had the worst record or one of the bottom three are getting more or less odds or whatever.
Yeah.
They could still win it. It doesn't mean they can't. They just have less odds.
Somebody said to me, I was having a conversation Friday evening with some friends. There was somebody who, and there's no way to prove this, but they basically priced the, depending on the year, but they basically priced the value of a lottery pick, 1 through 13, on average at about $35 million. And the thought process here or exercise is how much, what would be the market value of a lottery pick, and then go all the way up to, again, obviously if it's a Wemby or something,
sure.
But on an average year, the number one pick in the draft be worth 50 to 60 million. In other words, what owners would pay.
Yeah.
So in that conversation and using those numbers, even if they're not exact, it would be interesting if you had some, you have those bottom rung teams and they're going to have worse odds. That seems, we'll see what happens, but that just seems a little harsh because what if you just suck?
Yeah.
What if you're just bad? So instead of that, what if you had but the idea was you have a little mini postseason NIT for the NBA, right? And the idea is you take those 4 teams or whoever that would have had worse odds, and you put them in a tournament, and the winner gets the best odds at the number one pick. You throw them in the lottery, and the reason I'm bringing up the money is that the problem has always been, well, why would these NBA guys want to do that after the season starts? Well, you take that $50 million and you spread that out over every team puts it in a pool. Well, if you got $50 million divided by 14 dudes, that's $3-4 million per.
They're not turning that down.
And by the way, would you not watch? I would watch the hell out of that, just because first off, it's air quotes playoff basketball, but also or we just bring in relegation down to the G League. That's what I say. Kyle Shanahan, it was an interesting weekend as it was announced that we learned this on Friday. Did we learn this on Friday
or Saturday?
Okay,
either way, Friday or Saturday, sometime this weekend.
Kyle Shanahan was involved in a car accident. That is, and I think the first thing to point out is let's all be human beings. He is, I don't want to say fine, but it sounds like he will be fine.
But injuries,
yes, multiple broken ribs, multiple injuries, concussion,
stitches,
broken nose, broken hand. Yeah, it was a bad accident.
Yeah.
The second thing is nobody was cited. It was not suspected that alcohol or drugs or anything else were involved. Apparently, it was in Palo Alto. His vehicle collided with an SUV near his house. He spent much of the evening in the hospital, has been released. Actually, I believe was at practice yesterday in sunglasses and a hat. The Niners said, quote, Kyle Shanahan was involved in a car accident last week where he suffered non-life-threatening injuries. He will participate in team activities on a limited basis at the start of training camp while he recovers. Chris Forster, the assistant coach, along with team coordinators, have been handling everything else. Both drivers cooperating with police, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So, yeah, not in great shape. That's first and foremost the story.
Yeah.
Now, what is dovetailing off of this story is a very interesting conversation within the sports world and sports journalism, to be specific, was the revelation that this accident happened July 14th. And Saturday was July 25th. So that's 11 days that this accident happened, and it was not reported. Then it turned out that there was at least a couple of 49er guys that cover the team, including Tim Kawakami, that allegedly, apparently, if I read it right, knew this happened, but did not report on it. And Kawakami was asked about it on social media, and I'm not directly quoting him. I'm doing my best, but
right.
He basically was like, "Yeah, I knew something was up. I didn't have the details, and I didn't want to be irresponsible." So then it comes down to this, Jason. Is that like bad reporting, bad journalism, or is it a different rule here because it's a medical thing and you want to wait to get the story right?
Yeah, and that, I mean, I again, the layers of this. Some people are saying, okay, if it's really nothing, like it's an accident. Those happen every day, sadly. That just do, and some to levels of severe accidents to just, we just had a car accident, no big deal, just a little car damage and nothing. This sounds like somewhere in between where he was hurt, and he's even to the point where it might impact some of his coaching right now, like keeping him away a little bit or monitoring him with that concussion. But why was it delayed? Why was there less information? Was there something being hidden from people? Maybe there was. That's the part to me that makes me go, wait, is there more?
Yeah.
And
it does raise your hackles.
And maybe there's absolutely nothing more, but it feels a little bizarre because it seems like the same report could have come out on the 14th or 15th, and then, oh man, glad he's okay. And then let's see what happens next. But now there's a little mystery behind it.
It's an interesting conundrum, and I can totally see both sides. On one hand, it's like, dude, it's news.
Yeah.
Your job's to report the news. Your job's to investigate. That's where journalism truly is, a thing. But it's all, we live in a society today where everything is so binary and black and white when it comes to this stuff.
Yeah.
And it's very difficult, I think. And I don't know that this is the case, but I think it's very difficult for people to sometimes go, well, there might be some nuance to this. Like, first off, maybe nobody wanted to report it because they didn't have the details. Maybe they didn't know if he was going to be okay or not. They didn't know his health status, this, that, whatever. There have been stories here before. I mean, I'm just trying to be transparent as hell here, but there have been stories here before locally where I think the media, myself, yourself included, has been very reticent to report on them. Well, here, I'll take one. Zach LaVine, the year before last, this is just the most recent one, had some off-court personal stuff happen that was really bugging him. It wasn't drugs, it wasn't crime, it was nothing salacious. It was just, I don't even want to label it. It was just, we would all be going through the same thing. I don't know what percentage I'd put on it, but I'd say probably over half of the regular reporting Kings media knew exactly what it was. I chose, you chose, everyone pretty much. Yeah, no, we're not. That's his business. It's not basketball related. We can say family matter or this or that or whatever, but we don't need to get into it to expose the player or whatever, I don't. Somebody could argue that's not your job. Your job is to report the thing. He gets paid $50 million to be in the public eye. It's different, and that is a public trust, if you will. It's your job to report it and let us decide.
Yeah.
I think we all chose the other way. And that's that stuff happens more often than you think.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think I want to do something I call crandling.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to wait a little bit before passing judgment on the Shanahan story and see what else, if anything else, is going to come out, whether it's team, coach, or player. We'll take a break. First hour in the books. Second hour, we'll start with 3 for Madness. Sixer-centric, if you will. Give us a chance to kind of talk about this. And my question, is Sam Hinkie about to be completely vindicated? We'll talk about it next.
Take Sactown Sports with you everywhere you go with the Sactown Sports app. The most in-depth coverage of the Kings and 49ers. A library of written and video content. And all your favorite personalities all in one place. Download the Sactown Sports app today and get in on the action. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is, what makes us different from other law firms? At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to the end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether it must go into litigation, or whether it has to go all the way to trial, we will be with you along the entire way. And because we are committed to your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve.
When you get an injury, just call Gingery.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame superstar and the voice of Van Halen, David Lee Roth. Live in concert, performing songs from his entire career. David Lee Roth, live at the venue at Thunder Valley, Friday, August 14th, with special guest Samantha Fish. Get tickets now at ThunderValleyResort.com. David Lee Roth, the best there ever was.
With Progressive's Name Your Price tool, you can choose the best coverage option for you. Because you know you. Like, you know you can't cook. You're not one of those people who say that they can, but when people come over for dinner, they find out the hard way, you can't. You can't even microwave popcorn, and that's literally just one button. Plus, measuring and patience are huge parts of cooking, and that's just not you. Only you know you. So get coverage options within your budget with Progressive's Name Your Price tool. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Wait, everything on this IHOP value menu is just $6?
I told you it was amazing. A huge plate of pancakes, bacon, and eggs is just $6.
Wow.
There's also French toast, a ham and cheese omelet, and oh, they got a BLT and fries now.
Okay, we're coming here every day.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Feast for just $6 with the IHOP value menu. $7 in some locations, available every day for a limited time at participating restaurants in the U.S. Hours may vary. No substitutions. Not valid with other discounts or promotions. Prices may vary.
There she goes, first solo drive.
Are we ready for this? Absolutely. Our AAA agent, what are you doing here?
Well, same as always, helping you protect what matters most. Like when you added her to your auto policy, or when you switched to AAA insurance and saved.
So you've been here the whole time?
Yep, plus we're available 24/7 for claim support, in case you ever need it.
Shouldn't she be home already?
It's been 12 seconds.
Visit AAA.com/insurance to get a quote today.
Well, it's official. My friends have all switched to Pure Talk because I told them they could save a bunch of money on a super reliable high-speed network with unlimited data. And because they're my friends, they trust me. As for the rest of you, well, Pure Talk understands that even though you might like me, you're not just going to take my word for it, nor should you. For that reason, and for a very limited time, Pure Talk is offering any of their plans for just $15 a month for the first 3 months, including their top-tier unlimited plan that normally sells for $65 a month. Think of it like a test drive, a super simple way to save $150 while you kick the tires on Pure Talk's blazing fast network, and a fine way to see for yourself why I switched from big wireless, along with a few 100,000 of my closest friends. Dial pound 250. Say Mike Rowe. Meant be connected to Pure Talk's friendly U.S. customer service team. Again, dial pound 250. Say Mike Rowe and let the savings begin.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave.
What's up? It's Matt George.
What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
KHD HD1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader. 3 questions, 3 answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
By the way, the movie marathon continues before Avery goes back to college. The Godfather happened over the weekend. Whew. That's a long one. Good one.
Yeah.
Long one.
She like it?
She did. Avery's very frustrating to watch movies with sometimes because she'll ask questions in the middle of the movie, and it's like, have you watched the movie? Are we watching the same thing? Like, this isn't confusing. Like, who's Luca Brasi? He's the guy in the beginning you said was scary. Remember the one that said he was Luca Brasi? What does sleeping with the fishes mean? Well, that's fine.
Yeah. And Luca Fazzi plays for the Lakers.
Yeah. Anyways, now we got to watch Godfather 2, which
Part 2.
Yeah, which would be interesting because some say Godfather is the greatest movie of all time. Some say, but some say Godfather 2 is better. How's that even possible?
But not 3.
The problem is 3. Here's my take on 3, and then we'll get to 3 for Madness. Weirdly enough, The Godfather 3 is not a terrible movie. It's actually a better movie than history has. It's not a great movie. I'm not trying to super defend it. What I'm saying is history has made a joke out of The Godfather 3. And I think a large part of that is there was such a distance between when 2 was made and 3 was made, number 1. And number 2, you're going up against Godfather 1 and Godfather 2. Again, some say are 2 of the, if not 2 of the top 10 greatest movies of all time. Like, it's impossible. You can't land that plane. It was a fine movie. It might even be a good movie, but compared to the first 2, it's like Airplane 3 sucked. Was there an Airplane 3? Maybe it was Airplane 2. Like, Airplane 2 was fine, but it's not Airplane. How are you going to top Airplane, which we all know is the greatest movie of all time?
Factually.
3 for Madness, question 1.
If the Sixers win a title this year, should Sam Hinkie get a ring?
No, but I think, and again, this world where the Sixers win the title, which we're getting way ahead of ourselves here, obviously, and I do not believe they will win a title. Jason, you are very high on the Sixers right now. Is not like drug high, but I do think it will be interesting to see think pieces as to can you connecting all the dots from Sam Hinkie's process, if you will, and now looking back on this, which is a little over 10 years old now. It has kind of been set up. Did he have to go do all of that stuff to get here? I don't know. But the Sixers have enjoyed themselves a pretty good decade. They just haven't won a title.
Yeah. I say no. I mean, it's 10 years removed since he's gone. I mean, it's been a long time since this happened. But Does Dr. J get one? Does Barkley? Like, how far are we going back here?
Yeah.
Iverson?
I think Dr. J is. Yes.
But no, this is completely different. Completely different squad.
I'll read it, by the way. Question number 2, please.
Question 2.
Apparently, I can't remember. I either forgot to put the second half of this sentence in there or I erased it somehow. But it should have read, right now it reads, since 2016, the Philadelphia 76ers are 442 and 296. That's sixth they have the 6th best record in the NBA over the last 10
Remember
seasons.
on Friday when you said, the great thing about this is when we make mistakes, you guys don't know because we can cover it so well.
Yeah, I know. Generally if I make the mistake, I'll parade it around like a dog with a bone? Fish?
Yeah, that's acceptable.
Okay. So the question should be, they have the 6th best record over the last 10 years. Does that justify Sam Hinkie? Remember, let's go back. Sam Hinkie's process, and we'll talk about this again in the third question, but this was very, very, very much very controversial when he did it, when he bottomed out on purpose for years to do this. And it actually could have been a lot better. The franchise cornerstone was a guy that missed a season, had injury issues. They drafted with the number 1 pick Markelle Fultz over, amongst others, Jason Tatum and De'Aaron Fox. There were multiple missteps in the quote process. But in the end, they went from being absolutely terrible to having the 6th best record in the NBA over the last 10 years. By the way, Jason, you want to take a crack at any of the 5 ahead of them?
Warriors?
The Golden State Warriors fall just outside the top 10. I was surprised, too, due to their injury-plagued seasons in 2019-20 and 2020-21, despite their championship in 2022. But those seasons were so bad, it knocked them out of the top 10.
From 2016?
From 2016.
Wow.
Yeah, they're just outside the top 10.
The 73 win team. Okay. Well, let's go the Knicks.
The New York Knicks.
No.
Are not in the top 10.
Cavaliers.
Cleveland Cavaliers, number 3, 458 and 280.
Boston.
621. Boston, number 1, 646 winning percentage. You have 3 more to go, and I will tell you that I'll give you a little bit of a hint. All 3 of them. You have now, between the Cavaliers and the Sixers, you have named the only 2 teams in the top 6 that have not won a title in those 10 years.
So the others have all won a title?
Yes.
Denver,
number 2, 629 winning percentage. 13 games behind the Celtics for number 1.
So I said Boston.
Celtics are number 1, Nuggets 2.
No, I didn't say
You
OKC.
did not say OKC. Number 4, 614 winning percentage, 453 and 285. 22 games worse than the Boston Celtics. And number 5. Lakers are number 10 at 561. The Heat, number 9. The Raptors, 8. The Clippers, number 7. This team, number 5, has won a title. Just one. They will not win a title this year. They are quite bad, or expected to be quite bad, expected to be so bad that they had the biggest fall off from their over-under win total from last season going in.
Oh, you said it earlier.
I did, because they're missing a pretty big player. But
Milwaukee.
My hint was going to be, but they still have his brothers. I thought maybe that would be too much. Yeah, Milwaukee. Okay. So your top 6.
Surprised about the Warriors.
The Celtics, I was too. The Celtics, Nuggets, Cavs, Thunder, Bucks, Sixers.
Thunderbucks.
The Cavs and the Sixers, the only teams in that top 6 that don't have a title. So, again, the question for me is, if you told if you said over the next 10 years you're not going to win a title, obviously fans would say, screw you. But if you take that out of the equation, if Sam Hinkie were standing next to Basketball Jesus at a press conference in 2016 and saying, hey, guys, I know you don't like what we've been doing, but I will tell you right now, we will have the sixth best record in the NBA over the next 10 seasons. And I do know this, 4 of those top 6 teams will win titles over the next 10 years. I feel like you're taking that.
Yeah, I think it goes back to the definition of success, right? We're in ring culture, so if that's the measurement, they failed. But if it's not strictly your measurement, yeah, they've been a good team, a good organization. I know they would even probably like more playoff wins, to more meaningful series, more long runs, more even failures in the conference finals. That hasn't really happened to them, but they've been good.
I think you could also make a serious argument that Jerry Colangelo and the powers that be with the Sixers when they all came in, I think they pulled the plug on. I think you could also make an argument they pulled the plug on Hinkie early. Mm-hmm. They brought in Elton Brand. Elton Brand was a terrible general manager. Got rid of a lot of that war chest for when you go back and look at some of those moves. I've said it before. If I were a tech billionaire or whatever, and I was able to buy the Kings from Vivek, the first thing I would do is fly to Oklahoma City and sit down with Sam Presti and say, what does it take? The second thing I would do would be to fly to San Antonio and sit with R.C. Buford and say, what would it take? The third thing I would do is I'd go take a walk down to old Stanford University and find Sam Hinkie on a park bench and say, and I understand that the tank rules are different, so I'd want to ask him his thoughts, but I truly do believe had Sam Hinkie been left alone, I think maybe they won a title.
Yeah,
but we'll never know. Number 3, please.
Question 3.
When it's all said and done, was Hinkie the most influential person in the NBA over the last 10 years?
It's super subjective. Adam Silver, LeBron James. There's a lot of Rich Paul.
People that actually play.
But I think he's on the list because here's the thing. Now that we have 10 years to look back, what do Sam Hinkie and the San Diego Padres have in common? Some of you might forget, but the San Diego Padres, once upon a time, really instituted the whole tanking in sport. Like, the Padres got rid of everybody. And it wasn't in baseball, they're not tanking for the draft. They were doing a salary cap style tank. They were bloated. They had too much money. They had way too much money on the books.
It's a fire sale.
They had an absolute fire sale. There was talk about fining them, suspending them. This is conduct unbecoming to the game. And the Padres started it. The Florida Marlins quickly followed suit, and they won 2 championships doing that. What?
The first one was them buying up a bunch of players.
Yeah, but they cycled. Same thing with the Padres. The Padres cycled too. They just cycled badly. The Marlins cycled correctly, smartly. Twice bought up championships. Well, they had some prospects in that one, but you had these. Now all of a sudden it was like, well, the way the game is, whether it's draft, cap, or both, you bottom out to rise back up to the top. And it was, years later, because the Padres did this in the late 90s. I want to say 90, 95, 96. Then you fast forward a few years, and I won't say Sam Hinkie was the father of NBA tanking, but he's certainly one of the paternal family members. And when you look over the last 10 years in the NBA, there's a lot of storylines. There's a lot of things to talk about. Tanking has been such a huge thing, and when you look at the amount of teams, like without Sam Hinkie, is there a Sam Presti and what he's doing? Without Sam Hinkie, are the Detroit Pistons doing what they're doing, or the Cavs, or hell, Danny Ainge in Boston once upon a time, coming out of the, starting with that trade with Garnett and Pierce to the Nets, bottoming out, and they're still enjoying the foundations of that. So I can't answer whether or not he's the most influential, but I would say he's probably on the Mount Rushmore over the last decade.
Well, and if you kind of cite them as one of the originators of trying to tank, like the league's changing rules because of that.
Yes.
So that, will it be the same going forward? Was he a game changer? It feels like he did some things that were definitely unique that changed the game a little bit. I think they're more influential people, but, he's a name that's going to be on that list for sure.
So how do we grade him? Well, first let me ask you this. Does Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers winning a title this year, if that were to happen, does that have any influence with you on how you would grade Sam Hinkie in retrospect?
No.
It's been too long.
No. So here's my comp. I don't feel like Scott Perry really got any connection to the Knicks title.
He did not.
He was more recent than Hinkie.
Yeah, you're right.
So
do you agree with that though? Sorry, I just made a weird sound with my lips.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like there should be a connection.
I
don't
agree.
know how much. I don't know, but there is a connection. I don't know how far back you go, but
I don't think you should get a ring.
Right.
So there's that.
That's like a hat tip, a little acknowledgement. Like,
hey, look, when he took the Knicks over, they were very similar to where the Kings are right now. They were in cap hell. They were overrun with high-priced fading star or stars that didn't fit. And I really do feel like Scott Perry, look, full credit to Worldwide West and obviously Leon Rose ran the whole thing. But I really do feel like Scott set the foundation and the groundwork. And I know he would never do this, but I'll bet you anything. We could have Scott Perry in for a segment and just go through what led to what. Now, look, he wasn't perfect. He'd be the first to admit it. Kevin Knox was a terrible draft pick. I mean, it turned out terrible. There are other things we can look at, but you feel I feel like Perry laid a lot of that foundation. And let's put it this way: if the Knicks were a construction project, Scott Perry's the one that did all the excavating and bent the rebar and did the foundational crap that you don't see, the plumbing, and then those guys came in and built a skyscraper.
Yeah, but if Embiid weren't there, that's the only element left of Hinkie.
That's right.
So I think there were some elements, if I'm not mistaken, of Scott Perry. Maybe not, to be honest. I got to think back on Mitchell Robinson, I guess, was.
Mitchell Robinson was there. Was Brunson? Brunson wasn't there yet, was he? Or was Brunson there? Was Perry there when they signed Brunson from Dallas? I can't remember. And I wonder if but I think at the very least he's the one that hired Rick Brunson, I want to say. I could be wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just how far back do you go? What do you connect things to? And, if the Kings were to win this year, somehow, some way, I mean, does Monty get love? Some of the players that he drafted or
probably should, but yeah. I completely forgot when we were talking about the Sixers and Markelle Fultz and some of the mistakes they've made. I forgot they had 2 number 1 picks. Remember they traded up with the Celtics, but they had Fultz, they had Ben Simmons.
Yeah, and then the 3rd pick was Embiid.
I mean, it's a for a moment. Look, Fultz never looked like he should have been the number 1 pick.
Right.
People, it's easy, and I'm not doing my Ben Simmons bit. Everyone calm down. But for the first 2, 3 years, 4 years, he was in the league. Ben Simmons looked like the number 1 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
He was fantastic. He was never going to run you out of the gym scoring wise, but this is a guy that was a perennial all league defender that was a almost 7 foot tall true point guard, a true facilitator. And man, someday people are gonna. It's tough for me to talk about Ben Simmons because usually I'm doing my bit. God dang! At some point, someone's going to have to. There's got to be something on the rise and fall of Ben Simmons. It really is, and I think it's probably because we're a little bit still into it. Like, is he going to come back? Is he ever going to play again? But when you go from, I think the starting point of him being drafted in those first few years, that would be your first act. Then the second act starts with the Atlanta series, the layup that he didn't take, the comments in the locker room after.
Yeah.
Wasn't Rivers fired after that? Yeah, and Rivers said
he said,
said a bunch of stuff, and then him basically being taunted out of Philadelphia. So there's your second act. I don't know what the hell the third act is, but I mean, other than tragedy or injury, I'm trying to think of. We've seen number 1 picks and we've seen picks bust. Oh, we've seen plenty here. I don't know that I've ever seen I'm sure there is in football, basketball, or baseball. There's got to be a comp, but is there somebody that has come in and before they're, 25, 26 years old has been an all-star? I think he was all-NBA third team, has been on the, done the things that he did, and then just, and how much of it was his back? I know he had major back issues. There was always a knock on Ben Simmons, though, that he just didn't really care that much. That's
the vibe he gives off. I don't know if that's true, but that's just the vibe he gives off.
3 times. Let's see. His last All-Star appearance was 2021, so that's 25 years old. Okay.
He was 25 at the time.
He was 25 in his by the time he was 25, he was a 3-time All-Star, All-NBA third team in 2020, 2-time All-Defensive first team, and I think there's a second team or two in there too. Rookie of the Year, led the league in steals in 2020. And that's not even getting into his college and all that stuff. Remember, he came from Australia, went to LSU. What the hell? What the hell? I really would like to know. And again, I'll say it for the fifth and final time. This is not me doing my Ben Simmons come to Sacramento bit. Although, why not? But no, just really more of how I would really like to know how much of it was injury and how much of it was psychological. Because it wasn't his play. Don't fool yourself. It wasn't his play. Yeah, dude's not going to hit a 3. Yeah, dude's not going to, there's a few.
Yeah, he was out there for other reasons than that.
As absolutely out there for other reasons. And I'm not trying to sell it as, the end-all, be-all. But when you have lifetime averages of 13 points, 7.5 boards, 7.2 assists, and this always blows people away, your lifetime shooting percentage is 56%. And you're a perennial all-defensive player, you have a place in the NBA.
Yeah.
Those are very good starting level, not just rotational piece, starting level majority of teams place in the NBA. What the flip happened? And now what the hell is he now? 20, is he 30? I don't know, man. I think he's 30 years old, Jason. Yeah, he turned 30. He turned 30 a week ago today. Hey, where was he?
Happy birthday.
Where was he in celebrity birthdays?
He was there.
Was he there?
Yeah.
Anyways, I don't know. We'll take a break. When we come back, the Hall of Fame, baseball that is, has inducted 3. Hey. 2 of them have ties to the San Francisco Giants. And, I remember seeing the first guy. The other one play his very first game.
Did you really?
That's how you know he's old.
You remember it?
I remember it for a very specific line that was said by Skip Carey, I believe, at the time during the broadcast.
Okay.
I'll let you know on that more next.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
Tired of hearing scary radio ads about the IRS? Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000 or $500,000, we have a solution. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS with zero risk to you. We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with a BBB. End your tax nightmare today by visiting TRA.com or call 800-583-6681. That's 800-583-6681.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here's to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with auto-pay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of Essentials Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence Data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Hey, it's hot outside. Must be Hall of Fame time in the Major League Baseball. Somebody in the chat says Ben started dating a Kardashian. That's what happened.
Is that the downfall?
Is that a thing?
He wasn't keeping up?
It's not.
Booker's still doing good.
They still dating?
Chalamet's having the time of his life.
Hey, Booker's still doing well, Chris. His kid's listening. I just totally channeled my mom on that, didn't I? A little bit.
Want a burger?
Some ribs.
I got a nice big fat burger for you to eat. Baseball Hall of Famers. Jeff Kent, Carlos Beltran, Andruw Jones. Now, the Andruw Jones thing, I remember his first game with the Braves. I think he was 18 or 19. He was ridiculously young. Either 18 or 19 years old. I want to side with 19. And I remember him coming into the game, and they were just talking about how big of a prospect he was, and the number one prospect in the organization, maybe the number one prospect in baseball. And I'll never forget, Skip Carey said, wait till you see this young man peruse center field. I've never seen, I think he said, this is the part I'm not sure of. I think he invoked Willie Mays when he says the last time, and he said he runs the outfield like a gazelle. And I always, I don't know why, I always remember that. And just so you understand, this was back again when it was a little later, but this was again when WGN for Cubs and TBS for Braves, the Braves and Cubs were always on. So, a lot of us in that time period got to know a lot of Cubs players and Braves players a little more than we normally would have.
Right.
Because a lot of times that was the only baseball on outside Giants days. So I just remember Skip talking about him running the outfield like a gazelle. And then my memory's hazy, Jason. It was either that inning or at some point it was like ball hit to right center field, going to go off the wall. And Jones was just in a full sprint, and it ends up being a can of corn. And everyone in the ballpark is thinking if he even gets there, which he won't, he's going to have to full out dive. And this dude made it. It wasn't just that he was fast. We've seen other fast outfielders. It was that he was fast, and he had eyes in the back of his head. He knew exactly where the ball was going to go. And then when his hitting came around, forget about it. I'm really glad to see him in the Hall of Fame because he's one of those dudes that you could see maybe trapped in being a hog in the Hall of Good. Mm-hmm. But I fully, his defense alone, Andre Jones was a special player.
I'm in such a weird place I agree with you first and foremost on that. I'm in such a weird place with the Hall of Fame because every time there's a new class, I look at that group and I go,
yeah, right.
Yeah, mm-hmm. yeah. I talk myself into it. I mean, they all have great numbers. I mean, I'm not trying to say they shouldn't be. It's just the inequity of the Hall of Fame when you have guys like Bonds and Clemens and just some of the greatest but ever aren't in. And I get why, I guess. Mm-hmm. But I just have a hard time with those guys were in that era as well, and I'm not suggesting that they did anything, but I'm also not suggesting.
Well, and you have guys like, I mean, again, there's a whole this whole conversation, but then you have guys like Papi Ortiz who documentedly failed tests or a test at least one. He's in.
Yep.
You're right.
We're picking and choosing.
We are picking and choosing, and all I can hope is that Rob Manfred, when he's finally out, because Selig didn't do it, Manfred's not going to do it. Hopefully, somebody comes in and says, and it'll be really interesting because whoever comes in is going to be on the heels of what looks to be a pretty significant labor dispute, and baseball's probably not going to be super healthy. And whoever comes in, and the last time this happened, steroids were really introduced into the game. And some say, and I believe it, helped save the game. Mm-hmm. Help not save it from extinction, but Sammy Sosa, Mark McGwire, Barry Bonds, Rafi Palmeiro, Roger Clemens, on and on and on. These guys were all the guys. And that summer of McGwire Sosa put baseball firmly in the spotlight. They had no problems with that then. I would hope a commissioner could come in and say, look, what they did was wrong. Just like betting on baseball is wrong. Just like, what's the difference between that and basically taking methamphetamines before games, which a lot of these guys with the greenies and the crosstops and all that, no problems there. Where do we draw the line? So faults, and by the way, we have like documented horrible racists in the Hall of Fame. Like you can pick at a lot of these guys, warts and all. The Hall of Fame is the Hall of Fame, and I would love to see you have the Black Sox scandal. Well, I guess you couldn't call it the Black Class because boy would that sound terrible. Yeah. But the Black Sheep, whatever it would be, you basically have a mass induction. Joe Jackson, Pete Rose, Rafi, Bonds, Clemens, Sosa,
McGwire.
McGwire gets in, right?
Oh,
I've heard arguments, but I think McGwire. Yeah, I think you're right. Is Canseco in?
No.
Whatever. You go through and you basically.
I mean, if you're doing a McGwire versus Kent, why is Kent in?
Well,
the best arguments are he won an MVP.
Yes.
And I think there was something about maybe most home runs for his position or up there.
Yeah, it was it's the most home runs for a second baseman. I think the only middle infielders that have more home runs than Kent are Ripken Jr. and Nap LaJoy. So that it's like a catcher's numbers are going to get a bit inflated. I agree with you though. If Jeff Kent's in, Mark McGwire should be in. By the way, Jeff Kent also Hall of Fame a-hole by all accounts when he played. Whether you remember he and Bonds getting into it in the dugout, whether you remember him injuring himself washing his car.
Right.
I remember that my first thoughts on Jeff Kent were I absolutely hated him. And didn't want any part of him. And that was when, God, I think it was Brian Sabian. I think it was later. It might have been Al Rosen, but it was when it was here we go. November 1996, just a month after hiring Brian Sabian, the Giants traded Matt Williams to the Indians in exchange for Jeff Kent, Jose Vizcaíno, Julian Tavares, and a player to be named later. They were under payroll pressure. Barry Bonds and Matt Williams took up a large share. Jeff Kent at the time was considered good. And I remembered him as much from the Mets as I did the Indians.
Yeah.
But Matt Williams was
a giant. Like he was the guy.
One of my he was my favorite player since Will Clark. Remember watching him back when the Giants were at AAA Phoenix coming up. And it wasn't just, by the way, Matt Williams' bat. It was his glove. Like Matt Williams and Matt Chapman are basically the same person when it comes to fielding at third base. If you're looking for a reference, if you're younger than 40, think Matt Chapman, but with a better bat. And that was Matt Williams. And so you're trading him for these handful of wieners that you don't even like, what the hell? He split time. I don't know this because it was like three guys they traded for. He split time between the Mets and the Indians that year, and he combined for 12 home runs and 55 RBI to go with like 70 runs. Not bad, especially for a second baseman, but you're talking about a guy whose career high was 21 home runs and 68 or 80 RBI, I should say. But my goodness gracious, Jason Ross. Now you were talking, so you were talking about that era.
Yes.
So Jeff Kent's a guy that has he never tested positive for he is not in that list.
Correct.
And this is super irresponsible of me to say, and I mean no disrespect to Jeff Kent or anybody else I'm about to talk about, but a real interesting and also irresponsible and terrible exercise, but I think we've all done it at times, is what player or players from that era, if you had to bet, if Baseball Jesus came down and said, hey, there was like 50 guys that were on roids that never got caught, and I'm going to give you, for every one you get right, I'm going to give you $1 million, but you get 3 strikes and you're out. Well, Brady Anderson's going to be my number 1 pick. Okay, I always felt like there was something going on there.
I think a lot of people would pick Jeff Bagwell.
I think a ton of people would pick Jeff Bagwell. He'd probably be the most popular one. But let's just take a crack at Jeff Kent here. Jeff Kent, in his career, had a career high of 21 home runs in 1993 with the Mets. He hit 11 between two teams, 21, 14, 20, 9, 12. So his career high was 21 home runs. That was in his second season. Now, look, he played more games. He was a little more mature. He had Barry Bonds protecting. There's a lot of reasons.
That's a lot of it.
There's a lot of it. But, man, he goes to the Giants in his first year there. 29 home runs and 121 RBI. Keep in mind, please, his career high in RBI was 80. That once. The next year, 31 home runs, 128 RBI. Jason, he hit 23, 33, 22, 37, 27, 29 home runs in his Giants career. And then with Houston, 1 year after he got traded from the Giants between 1997 and 2006. Keep in mind, with 3 teams, so 9 years, 3 teams, he missed 100 or more RBI once. It was with Houston. He played 130 games. He had 93 RBI. That trade Brian Sabean made is one of the great all-time, and Matt Williams, by the way, still did fine.
Yeah.
But Julian Tavares was a big part of what they did as well.
He traded for a Hall of Famer.
He traded for a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
And make no mistake about it, Jeff Kent was not a Hall of Famer before he came to the Giants.
Matt Williams isn't a Hall of Famer, right?
Nope.
Yep.
So
gave up an All-Star for a Hall of Famer.
But man, you're right about the inconsistency.
Mm-hmm.
That you're really right about the inconsistency.
It just makes it raises the question, fair or not, but it does raise the questions.
Carlos Beltran, the final.
He had great numbers.
Oh my goodness gracious, Carlos Beltran was great, and Giants fans will fondly remember him. Speaking of guys that really hit their. Beltran was, I wouldn't say always a stud, but man, he was so good, whether it was with the Royals, going to the Mets. And the funny thing is, he had 1 year with the Giants, really didn't do a ton with them. But I think for some reason, he had 1 year with the Giants. It wasn't a great year. I don't know why. I always remember him very fondly.
Yeah.
I was really glad he was a Giant. And by the way, I believe it was a sandwich year. It was 2011. So it was in between two World Series. Giants fans should not think of him fondly, probably by the numbers, but definitely deserving of being in the Hall of Fame. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll go around the world of sports over the weekend, including what were you doing when you were 21? Were you a millionaire playing a fun game? Probably not. We'll tell you who is next.
This is Sactown, baby! Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Facebook at facebook.com/Sactown Sports to keep tabs on the Kings, 49ers, UC Davis, and the entire Sactown Sports lineup all season long. Facebook.com/Sactown Sports. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
With 25 award-winning years in Northern California, Ashton & Price is your local injury law firm. Pro attorney tip: if a firm presents as local but they're in LA, red flag. If your first consultation is not with a lawyer, big red flag. At Ashton & Price, your first consult is with a local attorney, and if serious injury prevents travel, a lawyer will come to you. Still not enough? George Washington's my uncle. At Ashton & Price, no red flags, just red, white, and blue.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Thinking about heading to the mountains this weekend in a new Toyota truck?
Let's go!
Bringing the bikes?
Let's go!
Maybe towing the boat, too?
Let's go!
All right, let's roll. Get 3.99% APR plus $500 finance cash on 2026 Tacoma SR5. Or get 2.99% APR on Tundra.
The time is now, let's go!
You heard the man. Toyota. Let's go places. Offers available through TFS to buyers with a premium rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers. Excludes Tundra TRD Pro and A326.
Progressive knows you could have easily taken the freeway, but you took the scenic route to see a waterfall and an oddly busy boiled peanut stand. Discovering the unexpected is exactly why you bought an RV, so protect it with a bundle from Progressive. Because although you may be 3 hours behind schedule, you're 6 jars of jam richer and possibly enrolled in a butter churning workshop. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and third-party insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
I know that hiring can be challenging. You need someone to match your role perfectly. Well, now you can meet them fast on ZipRecruiter.
Build your team, build it sooner. Meet your match on ZipRecruiter.
Just head to ZipRecruiter.com/free right now to try it for free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Meet your match on ZipRecruiter. Try it free.
So, I need hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow.
Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on 3rd line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
As a fitness coach, my active psoriatic arthritis can slow me down. With Skyrizi, Risankizumab Riza, I'm treating my skin and joint symptoms so I can keep moving. Skyrizi, a prescription-only injection for adults, helps me move with less joint pain, stiffness, swelling, and fatigue. And for those who have plaque psoriasis, 90% clearer skin is possible. With Skyrizi, there's no daily dosing. It's just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing like clearer skin and better movement. And that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZZI to learn more.
Dawn or dusk, I'm on the hunt. Skeeter here, Sacramento Yellow Mosquito and Vector Control District, and I'm wearing Skeeter Vision, night vision goggles that light up skeeters at dawn or dusk like the 4th of July. Mosquito, 12 o'clock. Got 'em. So fight the bite by wearing long sleeves and pants at dawn or dusk when they're most active. Apply insect repellent and drain stagnant water. It's a breeding ground.
Dawn or dusk, the Sacramento Yolo Mosquito and Vector Control District reminds you to fight the bite. For more information or to report problems, go to fightthebite.net.
A good place to buy a new truck would be a place known as Truck Country. Folsom Chevy is Truck Country, and now it makes even more sense. Folsom Chevy is offering 0% financing for 5 years, no payments for 90 days on all new Silverado half-ton trucks in stock, and there's a lifetime warranty. Go to Folsom Chevy at the Folsom Auto Mall or go to folsomchevy.com. From the mountains to the levee, think Folsom Chevy. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 finance. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends July 31st, 2026.
Carmichael Dave. He's got very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sactown Sports.
I remember one time in a past life, this is like 2008.
Okay.
I had a really good year where I was going to the gym like 4 or 5 times a week. I was getting into it. I didn't get like swole or nothing, but I was in decent shape.
Jacked.
I would say not shredded, but pre-shredded, like the beginnings of shredding, and then I stopped. Anyways, I remember
get too big.
2 of the guys I met there. I won't say their names, but I know they wouldn't care if I did, but whatever. Good dudes, right? One of them played arena softball with us, and they were both. They were there to work out, but they both were trainers on the side. They were both big dudes, right? They were trying so hard to get me to take steroids with them, and like this one dude was.
Come on, take him with us.
This one of the guys is super smart guy, and was getting his degree from Sac State in some biology, health, something, whatever, like chemistry. I don't know what it was. And their whole
it was chemistry.
Their whole thing, Jason, was like, no, they have to be used. All you hear is the horror stories about. You think about the typical steroid guy takes a needle in his arm and goes out and punches people and has acne and
Affleck.
Blah blah blah. He goes. It's because people don't know what they're doing. So they would go on these whole tangents like, how do you think these Hollywood guys get so jacked for films and they look fat in one movie and then they're shredded in the next movie? They have professional they're all on steroids. You just have to know how to use them and use the right amount. And obviously you got to do the work. And I think there's a little bit of a Len bias thing going on for me with that. Like, by the way, I'm sure there's people listening right now that would be like, actually, he's right. And here it did. I don't know what I'm talking about, shockingly. So I'm not saying he was right or wrong. What I'm saying is first off, I don't like needles. Secondly, I am 100% convinced that if I took like my first batch of steroids and then I go work out, I'd have a heart attack and die. To the point where I probably would have a heart attack and die from the anxiety. Like I would take the needle.
Yeah, and you'd wonder what's going on.
What's going on? What is that? Is my heart? Look at my watch. Oh my God, my heart rate. That's a weird tingle. Is that a clot? Is that my neck feels weird.
So for those reasons, you're out.
For those reasons, I'm out.
I don't think you would have a heart attack then. I think your heart attack would come from the first time you took steroids and then played a video game.
The rage.
NBA Jam is cheating! Just crashing out. And I also would worry about, like, does that now become a crutch with, like if you got angry, you don't want to see me angry. You got angry or whatever. Like, am I going to subconsciously, would I be trying to fit the mold of the stereotypical steroid guy?
Right.
I don't know. It's like my daughter came to me the other day. She's like, Daddy, I think, because I've been very open about this. I have ADD. I've been medicated for it, the whole thing, been through it, whatever. My daughter came to me the other day, and this is probably bad parenting, sorry, but she's like, I've been reading, and which is always a terrible start. And she goes, I think I might have ADD, and so like I was going to make this a point. I'm like, you don't have ADD, you're lazy. She's like, no, I have trouble concentrating, and I'm like, dude, you don't have trouble concentrating. You have trouble concentrating on things you're bored with. Like, I've seen her lock in on a picture she drew of Ariel the Little Mermaid for like 4 hours without getting up. But then when it comes to doing her homework, she gets distracted. And maybe she does, maybe she doesn't. I don't want to get too into that because that's a little too deep. But my thing is, because of my experience, I'm very nervous. I don't want her to have a crutch for laziness or lack of discipline. Just like if I took steroids, same thing. That's the connection I'm making. My daughter's ADD and roids. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. But like somebody said in the chat, I think it was Dwayne or MC, said steroids have been around a long time. It's just different forms and different this and different that.
Doesn't always have to be a needle. Will that make you feel better?
Right, yeah. Like taking, like what, snorting it?
No, the clear.
Oh, yeah, like rubbing this. Like, see if.
No, that was the cream.
Well, what's the clear?
It was like a
baby
drop
oil
that put under your tongue.
Oh.
How does Chris know all this?
Yeah, how do you know all that, Chris?
I read the book.
Have you ever taken steroids, Chris?
Try sometime.
You've tried steroids?
No, try reading a book.
Oh.
There's just so many words.
So, yeah, there's a lot of words.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm just saying.
I didn't do it because I wanted to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right?
Everybody has their reasons.
And then, like, if you do take steroids, let's say, like, we don't play professional sports, but what if, like, 2 years from now, I'm like, remember when Joe Piscopo got super jacked in the 80s? Okay, so it's like that. And I'm like I'm looking like Damian Barlin wearing sleeveless shirts when I come in. I'm looking all cut and swollen. And by the way, I'm not saying he works his ass off, but come on, he's got, look.
Hey, I would just like to say I would like a check.
You would like a check?
Yeah, I want to make sure that he's
you
in the
want to
clear.
test him?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not touching that. I am under the assumption that Damian works very hard on his health. But if in 2 years, like, I was just swole, right? And then like somebody, like I did a podcast or whatever the hell, and somebody was like, well, and I was like, actually, I've been on a steroid regimen. Like, is that cheating, or in real life, is it okay because you also had to do the working out too? I feel like it's still cheating.
I don't know.
But like, are supplements cheating?
If you look good, you feel good,
right.
You're healthy, like,
right.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's where you get to the layers of what else, the supplements, or what else are you doing to help benefit your health?
Yeah. Like, doesn't everybody, there's cheating everywhere. Like, is it cheating if you're somebody who you've got the person that makes a ton of money, and so they've got like the personal trainer and the like lifetime gym membership,
resources,
all the resources and stuff, versus like person that doesn't have a lot of money that is in great shape based on like the one workout bench they have in the garage while they're playing karate music and then like jumping up and down on
They
bricks.
work on the farm and they're just farm strong.
Yeah,
exactly. They look amazing.
Which are the strongest. Farm strength is the strongest strength. That stuff is ridiculous.
Is that enhancement?
Is that it? And that's what I'm saying. Like, what's the line? And then, like, you're seeing it a lot now, and I don't know how to feel about this. Like, with you got the Ozempic people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the all the peptide folk, right? And it's like, well, is that cheating? Or is it just medical advancement and they still got to like not eat and work out and stuff? I think. I don't know how to feel about it, but I think my overall thing is like, if it works for you and you're healthy and like you're not hurting anyone, God bless you.
Yeah, if someone lost a bunch of weight because of Ozempic, would you be like, well, the only reason you did that was So what?
I mean, I have a
they feel better. They look better, I'm sure.
I have 2 friends that have done this.
Good for them.
And one of them was a great big fat person, like for real. And they took Ozempic, and they're down like 120 pounds.
Awesome.
I had this conversation with her the other day and was like, D. I don't know why I said that. And I don't know if you've ever had this conversation with friends of yours or whatever, but I was like, okay, you, and we've talked about this before. You have to stop losing weight now. You look really good. Well, it was like very close to me. You look really good. And no, it's nobody you guys know. God, I just already realized people are going to start trying to deduce. It's a friend of mine from school. But it's like, you look great, but if you lose much more weight, it goes from you look great to are you sick?
Yeah, something's wrong.
Something's wrong. They picked something and they disciplined themselves and they did the thing, and did they have help? Sure, they like more, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I think there's this stigma where like Ozempic is the steroids of losing weight to working out. I feel like there's a connection there, and so I think
steroids might be the steroids of working out.
Yeah, I think. Well, here's the question: do you not make the Hall of Fame if you take Ozempic in baseball?
Have we had a case yet?
It's coming, Jason. Okay. That's going to be after the next labor agreement. Yeah. We'll take a break when we come back. Hey, what a great summer for the NBA, says Jason Ross. Yeah. I say, why was it a great summer for the NBA? Jason says, well, I'm going to tell you about it.
I'm going to tell you about it.
Right after this.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Today, we tip our wrench to Rock Auto customer Noah.
My first car was a 2001 Dodge Neon with a blue wing, and it happened to match my high school sweetheart, who's now my wife, her black 2005. So my uncle has been in the industry for well over 25 years. He recommended Rock Auto immediately to buy my first set of brakes. I would recommend Rock Auto just because it's simple, it's easy to find the parts you're looking for, it's all at a good price.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the Personal Price Plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram in Woodland. Chad, I heard you're extending the 4th of July sales event because the deals were so good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $14,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 2500 and 3500 heavy duties. Plus, save thousands more with 0% financing for 60 months.
Wow, $14,000 off MSRP and 0% financing. That's crazy.
At Hoblet, our goal is to get you the hard-to-find heavy-duty truck you need at the best price possible. Plus, we have over 600 Rams available.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection, and now unbeatable interest rates. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
14,000 total net savings on select new 2026 Ram 2500 Laramie after $9,500 dealer discount and factory incentives. Incentives include $500 on-the-job upfit with eligible upfit, 1,000 Hoblet business owner bonus with proof of business ownership, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, 0% financing for 60 months on approved credit through SFS, $16.67 per thousand borrowed, 10th is net savings. See dealer for details.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson, plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Heart Health Park at Cal Expo.
Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPfest.com.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown 411 16th Street and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
KHD 1 Sacramento. KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140. Your local sports leader. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
I got a quick memorabilia question for you.
Okay.
I know you like memorabilia questions.
I do.
Maybe we could get our guy, Aaron Pilati, on this. I saw this during the break, and it got me thinking. This is the late, great Ray Liotta on with Rich Eisen.
Who?
Ray Liotta?
What'd I say?
You said it kind of funny.
Liotta?
Something like that.
I do that with Calipari, too, and I think I say Calipari sometimes.
I always say Calipari. Is it Perry? Pari?
I think it's Calipari.
Okay.
I think I said Calipari when he was on.
Alvin Kamara.
It's actually Calipari.
Calipari?
Yeah.
So it's funny. So I was told it's 100% Kamara. I always said Kamara.
Okay.
What was the other one like that? I think it was a Giant, a San Francisco Giant that had
It's Bonds.
It was
Rich Aurelia.
Oh, it was no. You know who it was? It was John
Posey.
Burke. It was John Burkett.
Burkett.
But I always wanted to say Burkett. But it was John Burkett. Yeah. Anyways, here's Ray Liotta, rest in peace, on with Rich Eisen. Rich Eisen had a poster of Goodfellas signed by Pesci, Scorsese, De Niro, and Ray Liotta on the wall in his office. And Liotta's now a guest here.
For being here. I mean what I say, you know.
Oh, thanks.
And, you know, you see stuff that's on the walls here when you walk in. There's a Goodfellas poster that I've had forever.
Really?
Yes.
Where'd you get it?
I got it at a charity auction.
Huh.
And it's on the wall. And you
wanna
signed
bet?
it. You signed it.
Rafi.
What do you mean? It's not on the
Ralph.
Okay, our stage manager coming. That's it. You've taken it off the wall.
Yeah, it's not my signature.
What do you mean it's not your signature?
This is not my signature, buddy.
Down there?
You got ripped off.
No, I did not.
Yeah,
You're kidding me.
I don't do a frou-frou L like that, and I don't cross it.
So that is
Like
not
that.
yours, because it's signed by you, De Niro, and Pesci, and I spent at least 4 figures on this thing.
Get out of here.
Yes.
You're a sucker. No, that's.
Now you're being serious. That is definitely not your signature.
Yeah, I'm.
Scorsese. It says Scorsese signed it down there too. Look at that underneath.
That's his.
That is.
I'm not sure that Bob's. 'Cause I can only remember signing really like 5. That was complete. And there was never like one of those signings where you all lay there. I mean, I could sign it for real.
Yeah.
At least I could double it.
Please, do it. Do what you wish. If that is, do you know if that's Pesci's? Do you know if that's Joe's?
No, that's him.
No, I know that's him. Do you know if that's his signature?
I don't know Joe's signature.
Okay.
Rich, you show that to every guest that walks in here.
Yeah, this is hanging it. So every guest that walks in here, this is one of the first things that they see in the hallway. You sure?
We'll take care of it later, Rafi.
Yeah. What do you got? He's got an axe. Are you serious?
Do you want the real?
Yeah, sure. But
I'm afraid it's going to hurt the.
Okay.
Oh no, it doesn't. Oh, that's
there's you just.
All right. So, and Chris, thank you. Quick work. You can see kind of Jason Ray Liotta's faux signature here. This is Ray Liotta's actual signature. They are not a match.
Okay.
My question, my quick memorabilia question to you is this. So Ray Liotta, I don't know how the date ended there because the commercial break ended, and I was watching the clip. Let's say Ray Liotta busted his way into that signature, into that poster, and he signs it. Whether he signs it over the fake signature or under, maybe he makes a little note. Whatever you have two posters in front of you. You have one that is legitimately signed, a Goodfellas poster, legitimately signed by everyone, and then right next to it, up at auction as well, you have that one with Liotta crossing out the fake signature. Which one do you want more?
That one.
I agree, right?
Absolutely. There's a better story to it.
So what in fact is about to happen or happened here, we'll have to get Rich Eisen on to talk about, is that I think Eisen's, and not to get morbid, but obviously Ray's no longer with us, but I think that's worth more now.
I agree.
Both monetarily and also, more importantly, like Eisen's never selling that.
No, because that happens on the show, and Liotta's passed, and if he did ultimately sign it, which I believe he did, then you have the story with it. Yeah, that's the better one.
I wish. See, this is where I wish we had and we're always working on it behind the scenes, the ability to show you guys stuff on YouTube. Good job, Chris. Here's Rich Eisen and Ray Liotta holding the update. I tried to zoom it too. It won't zoom. Holding the updated signature.
Oh, yeah. So he did cross it out.
Crossed it out and signed his real.
To the new one.
And those are not similar signatures.
No, they're not actually. They're not at all.
Which it's kind of.
Liotta's like, that's not my signature.
That's great. Honestly, I would be so happy.
I'm sure you've signed a thing or two every once in a while, right? But do you feel like, I don't know that I have a patented, this is my signature, but I would have a relatively good idea.
It's weird with me.
Because sometimes I have it a little bit different. I don't change it on purpose. It just.
I've never been. Now look. This always sounds stupid to talk about because who are we to sign things? But every once in a while, there will be something we'll sign, whether it's at an event or whatever. Like, who would want our signatures? Yeah. We're aware. We're humble about that. But you're never going to be like, no, I don't sign. So, of course, you are. The problem with me is my radio name is not. So I have struggled before. I used to sign my legal name. And I was like, that's not, they don't give a crap about that guy.
Right.
So I've had to learn. It's weird.
Yeah, you don't sign Carmichael.
Signaturing Carmichael.
Yeah.
And then following it up with a first name, which is how I sign my real name first.
If you're on a document or something,
I always look like when I sign something with my radio name, I think I look a lot like my dad did right after he had his stroke, where he's learning how to write again, because I have to think about my regular signature, blah, 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 ping. I've always been jealous, by the way, of people. Like, my mother has a big, balloony, beautiful, calligraphy. She could sign 30 things and they will all look exactly the same. I'll give you.
Hey, mister, can I have your autograph?
I'll give you the radio one or the legal one?
The one that, if I was coming up to you at an event.
At an event?
Carmichael Dave.
Okay, then
Oh, yeah. I've seen the. I was about to say, I've seen the D before. But yeah, that looks, because it's kind of tilted.
It is.
A tilted D.
Well, because remember when we were practicing cursive in school, right? You had to turn the paper a little bit. Yeah. And then my legal one is super simple, but again, it's all. Oh, see.
Is that good?
That's a beautiful signature.
Is it?
Yeah, the J looks like little butterfly wings, and then you got a nice poofy R.
Well, what's your Jim Cosmore autograph look like?
What's that mean?
The one. Wait,
the one that Dave does.
The one I do a Jim Cosmore autograph. When did I do that? There's a story.
Remember
here.
when I had that weird? We had that weird paper, and as a joke, I'm like, "Oh, I need your guys' autograph for this."
Nope. No memory of that.
That was about a month ago.
What? What?
I don't remember that either.
I have no
You
memory.
remember when the printer was printing out like the cardboard-like thing for a rundown?
So we had a thicker.
Yeah.
Why did you need Jim Cozumore? By the way,
No, you did that.
That's a very good Jim
That is good.
Cozumore, by the way.
You know who does their signature all the time, at least he used to, was Sean Cunningham, which is like practice.
Yes.
That does not surprise me
No.
whatsoever.
Like it was written
Filled
on desks
yes.
at our old building.
Yes.
I'm going to be very, very popular one day.
Filled papers.
Yeah.
When he was producing the night show, he would fill papers
It's like his doodle.
That was his doodle.
Yeah.
When you say Jim Cozumore signature, the reason because somewhere in my garage is a VCR signed by I think you and Jim Cozumore, weren't you on?
Yeah.
When I came in as a listener and won a Madden contest,
Yeah.
that was.
It was his old VCR.
Oh my God, was this 1986?
No.
You got a signed VCR?
That was kind of the bit. It's like nobody has VCRs anymore, and he gave you. It wasn't it broken too. Like,
It was.
it's
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
still
give
had
you
a tape in it.
Broken VCR, and he signed it.
Yeah.
And I signed it.
Night nurses from Jersey.
I finally got it to it. I didn't know Michigan State made those types of films. But I've always been jealous of the flowery. Like you have a very good signature. Mine looks like I have an immune disease. I just my hand.
How do people with autoimmune?
I don't know. It just came in because I was gonna say something else, which I should be able to say because I've had a family member suffer from it, but I felt like it would offend people.
Yeah. The greatest thing about
why are you
that,
hold on? Why are you turn your mic on, Chris?
Yeah.
Why are you?
He's done.
Why are you laughing and turning red?
Because I remember the story with that when you said, "Hey,
He
mom,
always does.
Yeah.
guess who I am?"
I'm sure the best part about that is the humbling part of it too. Like there was a game this year, a Kings game.
Yes.
Where we broadcast from. Someone came up right to the rail and said, and like handed like I think it was a pennant, and it had a Sharpie. It's like, and was handing, and I was, had the headsets on.
Yes.
And so I'm like, oh sure. And so I was like about to, and they go, no, him. And they wanted She-Man. I was like, oh, yeah, sorry. I don't know why I assumed that was.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, hello.
Oh.
Yeah, Gary, will you mind signing this for him?
Oh, no. That's that
And
is,
Jason threw the pennant at the guy.
Oh, yeah. No, I kept it. I kept it. Throw the pen, and I put it up in my office.
You've probably been in the same spot where there's been something Kings related that's signed by like players, coaches, all that, where you've been asked to sign it as well.
That I feel weird about.
So I don't know if you do the same thing I do. Of course we'll sign it.
Right.
I look for the smallest, most nondescript section of whatever has been signed, and like I sign it as small as I possibly can without it looking like I'm doing a bit.
Yeah.
Like whatever, like in between two signatures. When we were on the RV trip, I'll never forget. We had this giant poster we were going to give Kevin Johnson in New York City when we met them there right before the presentation. And what we had done is we got like the city council and some Kings folks. We got mayors from across the we got all, it wasn't the thing on the RV where everybody could sign it. We got all the notables and stuff. I think Mastrov and Burkle and everyone. Anyways, and KJ was going to be the last one. The poster itself would go from maybe my head to my midsection. It was a big and not paper. It was like this plastic. I don't know what it was, but it wasn't paper. Anyways, it was nice material, and it had a big Kings Here We Stay logo and all that stuff, right? And I think KJ has it somewhere at this point on his wall. Anyways, it's one of the biggest BDK moves I've ever seen. Big Kevin. Because this dude, it's actually, if you I think it might be in both documentaries. I know it's in the RV documentary. We're filming, and we present it to him on the streets of Manhattan. Sean and I unroll it and show and kind of explain it. And KJ's in like go mode, right? They're on their way to the meeting. And he's like, oh, man, this is so cool. It's like he's interested, but you can also tell his head's a little bit. So we wanted to wrap it up, right? And we're like, hey, you're the last signature. Would you mind signing it? And so you had the big logo in the middle, and then all the signatures were kind of on the periphery in the white. In the middle was his purple logo. We hand him a black Sharpie, right? This dude, his signature was so big it filled a full half of the poster, and he signed it right over the. It was like, I think whether he thought this or didn't care. And by the way, I'm not cracking him. This is awesome. Like, we left that space for him, and that dude, his one signature was as big as all the other signatures combined. And it's like that type of confidence. I think is honestly why
it's a big day for him.
I think that's why we won.
Yep,
I think
that signature did it.
This was where he knew he was going to go into the game and dunk over Olajuwon.
Yeah.
And
because he could.
The day I will never have that type of autograph confidence.
Yeah, I agree with you. I've had, like, maybe someone's come up with a Kings hat, and I see, like, Mitch Richmond, Chris Webber, Peja. Hey, can you sign? I'm like, I should not be on here.
No.
I will, and thank you, but, like, I'll put it on this piece of paper for you. Like,
right.
That's a pretty great hat you've got.
Have you we'll move on here. You got a good segment here. Have you ever been asked to sign somebody?
I have not.
I have.
Really?
Once.
Okay.
This is when I worked at the rock station. Very early on, before I ever got a show here. The part you're thinking.
Baby's head.
That was off the air, right? I was asked to sign a part of a lady.
Oh.
The upper part.
And shoulder.
I defaulted to like the
neck?
Just below the I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it, man. It was because when you think about it, if you sign that, you have to rest the palm of your hand onto like the table, but in this case the table was squishy. I don't know how else to say it. And I felt like I was damn it, Chris. I felt like my palm would be assaulting her. So I couldn't freaking do it, dude. So I don't know how actual rock star. Maybe
it sounded like there was consent.
There was. It still felt weird.
Could have said no.
It felt weird. It felt awkward. And at one point I apologized. I was just like, Mom, I can't do it.
You're like, I just wanted a signature. Why are you writing all of your information down?
Here's my
bank
address.
account, social security.
Here's a routing number.
My grades in junior high.
Not her belly button. I'm just working my way. Anyways, all right.
On your way where?
On my way to the basketball store to look at the year they had. Where'd you get your clothes at?
The
basketball store. Why do you think the NBA had a great offseason, Jason? Great summer.
Let me see.
Let me count the wave.
You got a team in the Mecca that won a championship for the first time in 50 plus years. Also, by the way, the team they played has like what we believe is the future face, if not the present face of the NBA.
That's right.
So you had the Knicks and Wemby.
Yes.
You had, by accounts, no, we have to give it time, but a great draft.
Yes.
Where right now it feels like that top four could be elite, and who knows what else will develop.
Yes.
So that's good for the league. And really, if you look at the top four that everybody seems to love, they go to Washington, Utah, Chicago. Who am I missing? Memphis. Markets that could use a little kick in the tush.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to one of the biggest players in a small market, Giannis. That whole chase, maybe Boston, maybe somewhere else, goes to Miami and Pat Riley. You're getting John Morant with a second chance on life going from Memphis to Portland. LaMelo Ball gets out of Charlotte but joins Ant-Man in Minnesota. You've got, Kawhi Leonard going back to Toronto.
That's right.
Now we have this other thing lingering, but, I mean, for sometimes when you get through a trade deadline and people are like, there wasn't that much action. I mean, this is a wild offseason. You've got Jaylen Brown leaving joining maybe one of the biggest rivals the Boston Celtics could have is the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yes, which we don't understand.
And then all of that may have been topped, may not be, but King James
going to
picks
Philly.
A brand new home. I mean, could have gone to Miami. Would have made some sense. Could have gone to Cleveland. I think that would have been a nice tie to the end of his career. Play with his buddies in San Francisco with the Warriors, but he chose Philly. And it just puts that team on the market with all these other teams. The East seems super relevant.
Yeah.
The West has two of the best teams in the league. You've reformed your lottery, whether I don't really love that, but you've already signed your TV deal. You're getting 2 new franchises. This is still with Portland's mess going on, but like the NBA's had a great summer. I think.
I agree with you because and the way you know it they have is that it's late July and I'm really excited for the season to start.
Yeah, and we're pretty far past like the peak of free agency, and it's still. I mean, LeBron's a major topic. It happened Friday,
right.
But like,
and I'm sure we'll see Draymond and James Harden and a few other things happen this week.
Yeah, just the evolution of all that. But then now the schedule becomes even something like, hey, they all play 41 home. But when, where, when? Yeah. Like to me, I'll look. Oh, when's Philly coming?
Mm-hmm.
And I think probably every market is doing that. What are the Christmas games? Just and you're working on 8 straight years with 8 different champions, which I think is good, even though we had the 4 years in a row prior to that with the Cavs and Warriors, but I think people got fatigued there. I mean, there's a chance there's a 9th team that wins it this year. Could it be the Spurs? Could it be the Sixers? Because you have 10 years in a row. I mean, that's incredible parity. I still think in my heart of hearts it's best if players get drafted by a team and stay there for their 15 to 20-year career.
Yeah.
I think that's the best, but I think that's a dying. We're down to what? Joel Embiid could do it. Steph could do it. Draymond could do it. Jokic.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, there's already talk this weekend about Steph. Like, well, they didn't get LeBron. Are they already thinking about what's next? Well, what's next? If they are, I mean, I wouldn't want to do it, but you could get a lot for Steph.
Well, and the big thing that came out about that was reportedly Joe Lacob, quote, according to Tim Kawakami, what Joe Lacob wants to do, and this might get Warriors fans mad, but he wants to build the next team after Steph Curry, which that's a whole different conversation there.
And if you're doing that honestly, if that's the plan, you have to trade Steph.
You kind of do it
and
for his sake.
I don't love it, but that's to build the team.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to, if you keep Steph, I think they could be anywhere. You could talk me into a 5 seed to 12.
Somebody brought something up weird over the weekend. I was perusing. Just straight up, forget about the money. Forget about the money. Would you trade Stephon Castle straight up for Steph Curry if you were the Spurs?
If I was the Spurs?
The Spurs.
Yes.
Yeah?
Absolutely.
Okay. Well, the reason I ask is just simply Castle's a better defender. He's certainly, and that's about it. Like, it's Steph effing Curry. But also, you got to, Castle's 21, Curry has 2-3 years left, but it probably gets you a title.
Right. Yes.
Then that's
and your timeline's not done. I mean, Steph I think has more time.
Yeah.
And then you're also, Victor Wembanyama, you have years.
Well, the thing that actually makes a lot of sense, truly, would be for the Spurs to trade De'Aaron Fox for Steph Curry and send over a buttload of draft picks. Like De'Aaron Fox and 4 future unprotected firsts. Which, again, the thought there is, what is that for the Warriors, right? But somehow, some way, if now you have Fox who's younger, there's the money.
How much would the Warrior fans hate Fox? Because of how he just played, but that's the one that's tied to Steph, and you're mad that you traded Steph.
What if instead, what about this? What if instead, let's say you include the picks. Spurs aren't going to care about those picks. Well, they do have the Kings pick swap. So what if they traded the 2031 Sacramento Kings pick swap, De'Aaron Fox and Dylan Harper for Steph Curry? Do you do that if you're the Spurs? So you're trading that asset is the Kings pick swap, number 1. That's an asset. Number 2, you're getting off of Fox's contract. But you're also losing Fox. Number 3, the crown jewel there is, of course, Dylan Harper. So I'm just making it Harper. I'm making it Harper instead of Castle because I think the money works better there. But either way, if you need to substitute Castle, that's fine. But now do you do it if you're the Spurs?
Yeah. Yeah, because I would say I think Steph signed for 2 years, I think. I got a really good shot of winning 2 titles in a row.
I think I could be wrong here.
Is it one?
I think he signed for 1 year.
Okay, well then that would be a factor.
I think I remember seeing that.
Steph is still in the top 10 players in the league.
He expires at $62.5 million. You'd have to get some assurances. If you're the Warriors, do you do that? If you're the Warriors, do you trade Steph Curry for De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper, and that pick swap?
I mean, if they're truly moving on, yes.
Don't they kind of let's give him a chance? And also, why would you, if you're looking to build without him or after him, then why not give him a chance at another ring and also use him as you're going to get a decent, you're not going to get a Giannis haul, but you're going to get a haul for the guy. Or is there something to the fact of, no, we want Steph Curry. The only jersey we ever want to see Steph Curry in is this. He's Cal Ripken, he's Tony Gwynn, he's Kobe Bryant.
That'd be painful to do that as an organization, but you're trying to, your business, you're trying to, I don't know. That'd be a decision I wouldn't want to have to make.
We'll take a break here. I wanted to save this to the end. You may have heard that Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bieniemy's wife was shot multiple times at their Virginia home. There is a suspect that has been taken into custody. 27-year-old Elijah Bieniemy, their son, has been taken into custody. He faces 3 felony counts. Felony charges, is being held without bond per the Loudoun County Sheriff's Office. So that is a developing story and obviously goes way beyond sports. What an absolute nightmare for that family, and you just hope she's going to be okay. We'll take a break. When we come back, the A's are going out pretty badly here in Sacramento, and the news got even worse for them. An uplifting A's segment coming up next.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
So, I need hamburgers, sodas, ice, and a DJ.
A DJ?
Relax, Pa. With T-Mobile, we're saving when we bundle home internet and phone lines.
Oh, wow. Here to bundle and save big. Stay connected con tu gente with 4 lines from T-Mobile with fast, easy-to-set-up 5G home internet and save up to $1,000 a year. Switch now on T-Mobile.com/conectate. Savings based on 3rd line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans. Visit T-Mobile.com.
If your passion is bass fishing, only one radio show has the action, information, and excitement of your favorite outdoor sport. Ultimate Bass, hosted by Tournament Bass Pro and California Outdoor Hall of Famer Kent Brown, takes you live to where the fish are biting every Saturday morning. Only Ultimate Bass feeds your passion with the latest news, products, tips, and advice from the pros. Ultimate Bass with Kent Brown, Saturday mornings at 5 a.m. on Sactown Sports 1140, part of SEP's Saturday Morning Outdoors.
There she goes, our baby.
Are we ready for this?
You added her to your AAA auto policy. With 24/7 claim support, she's covered.
Our AAA agent, you're here too?
We're always here for you. Visit AAA.com/insurance to get a quote today.
Golf to Go is brought to you by the Hagen Oaks Golf Super Shop. Here's Frank LaRosa.
Any golfer would be thrilled to listen to Jack Nicklaus talk, and I had to tap the enthusiasm brakes a bit when I had a chance to interview him. But over the course of 40-plus years, Nicklaus wrote enduring words in Golf Digest magazine. Max Adler compiles some of the best. Nicklaus says, "When I putt, I hold my breath before initiating the stroke to keep my head and body still." About putting, he said, "I visualize the putter shaft as being extremely limber, almost as flexible as a length of rope, which means the only way I can get the club head to swing truly is to stroke putts very softly." He said, "The harder I want to hit a shot, the slower I try to begin the swing." About the game, he said, "The key to playing well is to understand who you are as a person and then manage that." I'm finding now more than ever that the game of a lifetime can give you the time of your life without ever striking a shot. Sounds pretty much like life itself. That's your Golf to Go. I'm Frank LaRosa.
What's up? We're talking to Chad Hoblet of Hoblet Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, Ram, and Woodland. Chad, I have been told you're extending the 4th of July sales event because those deals are so darn good.
They were the best deals of the year, and we wanted to keep the savings going. Right now, you can save up to $17,000 off MSRP on new 2026 Ram 1500 crew cabs.
America loves Ram trucks, but what about my perfect truck?
We have you covered at Hoblet. We are truck people, so you won't find a better selection of new Rams with the features that matter anywhere. Plus, with almost 600 new Rams available, your Ram is waiting at Hoblet. Just one of the reasons Hoblet is consistently one of the top Ram dealers, not just in California, but the entire nation.
Search, select, and save through their whole inventory at HobletDodge.com. Unbeatable prices, unbeatable selection. Nobody beats Hoblet, period.
17,000 total net savings after 4162 dealer discount and 11,338 factory incentive. Incentives may include 15% below MSRP incentive, 1,000 Hoblet trade-in assistance with eligible trade, and 500 military bonus or first responder bonus for eligible members. 10th is net savings. Sample VIN 390660. See dealer for details.
In celebration of 80 years of 49ers football, Sactown Sports is counting down 80 of the most memorable moments that have shaped the team's storied legacy and winning tradition. Here's today's faithful flashback.
Number 33, the Steve Young era begins.
An embarrassment of riches for the 49ers when San Francisco had both Joe Montana and Steve Young. Steve Young officially became the Niners quarterback at the beginning of the 91 season. After backing up Joe Montana for 4 seasons, Young took over the starting role with an elbow injury, sidelined Montana for the entire 91 season. Young played 11 games in 91, but really blossomed after that, making the Pro Bowl 7 times, leading the NFL in touchdown passes 4 times, and guiding the 49ers to a convincing Super Bowl win over the Chargers in 1995.
Faithful flashbacks on Sactown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Okay. I got a quick parenting question. I need a ruling, and I already regret doing this. So I've told you before that so I have a Chat GPT subscription, but my daughter shares it with me, right?
Oh, yeah.
So I got to be careful about, what I...
And you're pretty tame on that thing.
I'm very tame on it. I am. It's like pickle recipes.
Waffles.
Anyways, I was just looking specifically for a recipe that I find. You can go into the library and look at past conversations. And I can tell which ones are mine are like salsa recipe, how to grow an artichoke, fishing on the Sacramento River, golf tip, stuff like that. And the other ones are like, how do I say no to a rafting trip and different things like that, right? And so I went to go click.
Are you sure she's your daughter? Because you would have no problem with that.
No, she was like asking ChatGPT for good excuses to not go on a rafting trip she didn't want to go on.
Yeah, you would be able to come up with something like that.
I would. Well, she's young. She'll get there. So I went to go hit the recipe, but my fat thumb clicked on her conversation about the rafting trip. And immediately, I don't want to get too into her business here publicly, but immediately I see, like, you can see where she types and then ChatGPT. And it was something about, like, why is it that I feel awkward or something like that? And I started reading it first because I thought it was the salsa or the recipe I was looking for. And then all of a sudden I stopped reading it and I clicked out of it. I felt like I was violating her privacy. But then I was like, well, wait a minute. We share the ChatGPT account and she knows I can see her topics.
Yeah.
Am I invading her privacy if I want to read? Because, it could be helpful as a parent to read some of the questions she's asking and things she's worried about and maybe talk to her about those or be sensitive to them. And maybe if she's having a real issue. Again, all her.
Why does she need that when she's got ChatGPT to tell her everything?
That's the thing. And it's like, I kind of have two things here. Number one is, am I violating her privacy? But I think the more important thing is, I think I may need to cancel that account. She's really I'm not too comfortable with, maybe I'm being an old man here, but I don't know if I'm comfortable with my kid asking ChatGPT, like, what's a good excuse to, like, you got to figure these things out for yourself.
I think here's the question you ask yourself. You're asking if you're invading her privacy.
Her privacy, yeah.
Are you comfortable with her reading your stuff?
The stuff I have up there, yes.
What does that mean?
Well, meaning I'm not asking it like, what's a cheap way to divorce my wife? Like, I wouldn't want her reading that.
You ask Claude for that.
Yeah, that's where I use Grok. Grok is my underground, like, I'll ask him all the,
Can you delete stuff that you've looked
at?
Oh.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. I've even asked ChatGPT. She may have.
Yeah.
So are these little? Is she just?
Is she having the same conversation?
Yeah. So if that's something that she's not deleting, what is the stuff that she is deleting?
Well, or is she deleting anything? Ass. Let's not plant that star in my head. I'm just saying, because now I'm going to think about it. He knows I'm going to think about it. Like, well, what is she doing? I think she's too flighty for all that. She's just typing the stuff and reading it. And there is a standing rule with my kids where I always tell them, you have no expectation of privacy. Like, if I want to look in your phones, if I want to look, they're mine.
Oh, well then.
They know this, but I don't exercise it. I mean, they're good kids. I don't want to be.
So, like, her text messages were, like, you just saw her phone and, like, would you read
They
them?
know that I have told them in the past, I know all their codes. I make sure I know how to get into their phones and computers. And I said, it's just more of the threat of, I could do this. Like, when it's your phone and you're paying for it, you can do what you want, but you have the only expectations of privacy you have are, when you're in your room or the bathroom. Like, that privacy is one thing.
Or in the back of the plane.
Or in the back of the plane, exactly. I don't know. I'm just not really a huge fan. I mean, I'm not the guy that hates AI. Like, I get that it's part of the future. I get it. It is.
You're close friends with AI.
But I also, I don't want to, like, parenting my kid either. That's a weird thing to get. That's a weird thing to deal with.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I'll just talk to her about it. When in doubt, have a conversation.
Communication's good.
Which she'll be like, Daddy, I just use it for the day. I'll be like, well, then why don't you just ask me? I'll be your real life ChatGPT. How about that?
Their answers are better.
Because that's why. Because she'll ask me this stuff and be like, quit being lazy. Don't be a moron. Go ask the thing. Go do the thing. Stop being, and ChatGPT will be like, hey, well, that's an interesting concept. Here's how you could do that.
Very supportive.
Always very supportive.
Well, the dangerous thing with these AIs features.
That sounds so old, man. These AIs.
These AI features is when you're asking them about personal things, is they're just going to tell you what you want to hear.
Right.
And that doesn't help you at all.
Like, he's right. There are times where I'll ask it something and I'll be like, look, just be honest. Don't tell me I think I've literally said, don't tell me what I want to hear. But again, how's a freaking computer supposed to, it's one thing if you need a recipe or what are the top 5 golf tips to learn how to chip, stuff like link me to the video, whatever. That's fine. But when you're asking it subjective stuff like, should I say, like, if I don't like the meal my wife made last night, how should I approach her about her not making it? You're like, what the hell is ChatGPT going to know? How's it going to, what's it using to find out? Is it reading blogs? Is it reading the In This House We Drink Wine.com blog?
If that's the best advice.
I guess so.
One in
AI. The A's, oh boy. Just over a month ago, the A's were 500, 38 and 38. They were in first place, Jason Ross.
I remember that.
They have gone 6-23 since.
No longer in first.
They're in fourth.
Okay.
It was great.
What is that?
That's our team. That's our local squad.
That's our local squad. What are you doing?
I think that's AI did that.
That's not us. You know what really bothers me when he does stuff like that is I feel like there's some people listening that are like, oh no, Jason and Dave are in on it. Or like
we hit the button.
Or we hit the button and then blame Chris. Like that's a bit. Bloop.
They have nothing to do with it.
You're stupid. I think there should be a disclaimer. When you hear sound effects, we have nothing to do with it. And 90% of the time, we strongly disagree with it. Just think of sound effects as like an extension of Chris talking. And there's nothing we can do about it. Like, we're screwed. So are the A's. Shea Langoliers. The nickname they have for him, Jason, is they call him Bangoliers.
They do.
Not because he explodes or makes gunfire sounds. Well, maybe
it's dingers.
It's dingers.
Yeah.
It's bangers.
Not for a while.
Has a torn meniscus. They say he may miss the rest of the season. I'm just going to go out on a limb. He's going to miss. You have a torn meniscus, dude. You're gone. And Boston comes in for 4. Detroit comes in for 3. It's a 7-game homestand.
Go A's.
Woof.
This is supposed to be the stretch run where first place A's, see what kind of position they'll be in the standings in the American League, and they've just fallen off the cliff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to do. But I don't know. Like there's something we could do. I don't know how to feel.
Bake sale.
And trade deadline's coming up.
A week away.
They're 9 games back of the Rangers now, without Langoliers, by the way. They are 8 back of the wild card.
Okay.
Look, you can't ever say it's over. We've seen, wasn't it around this time that one year? Was it 2016 when the Cardinals were like horrible? And
somebody did some amazing 15-game makeup and
insane run. But unless they go crazy at the trade deadline, which LOL, I think this is it. I don't think the A's came in like a lion. They came in like talking about Sacramento. They came in like a capybara, and they're going out like a field mouse.
Okay.
What is your favorite A's? You've been to many games.
Mm-hmm.
What is your favorite A's memory of that?
This year?
If we're doing like Sarah McLachlan, I will remember. And the A's, this is the last season they have in Sacramento, right? What is your I remember this. That was a moment. And by the way, here's I'm going to give you one caveat. It can involve something cool from the other team. Oh. So you can't be like Aaron Judge hit a home run, right?
Shohei's bomb.
Yeah. It's got to be A's Park related, something like that has to do with the A's.
Probably the Legends race.
Oh yeah, that Chris was in. Remember that? It was kind of
I do. It was great.
Yeah, that would be it. Kurtz hit a 400 and whatever foot home run one night. They've had a couple of walk-offs, but nothing that's maybe a couple of Denzel Clark catches.
Okay, all right.
In that park, I know a couple better ones were in other parks, but
I think we have yet to, and we still have another 1, 2, 3 months. Again, the assumption I have is they're not playing here now. No one's playing next year, and then they go to Vegas. I think we have yet to have our signature A's memory.
Yeah.
And opening day doesn't count the first game in Sacramento.
Well, opening day they just got their teeth kicked in.
Yeah, I don't it's got to be. I'm sure there's been a walk-off, right?
Oh yeah, they've had a couple walk-offs at home.
We'll take a break. Campeo says I should ask ChatGPT when the show should host a remote broadcast.
You should ask ChatGPT if your daughter should use ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Think so?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, I have a question. Should my 18-year-old daughter be using ChatGPT, or should I discourage her because I'm worried about her not thinking for herself?
That's a fair concern. Honestly, I wouldn't ban it. I'd guide how she uses it. If she treats it like a shortcut to answers, then yeah, skills can dull. But if she uses it as a sparring partner, something that asks...
No, she's using it as a shortcut.
Well, then that's worth setting some boundaries around.
What about banning it?
You might... Banning it? That could backfire. She might just use...
All right, tell me how, because I got to go to break. Tell me how very quickly it could backfire, but tell me in a 1920s gangster voice.
All right. Picture this. You go all hard line, saying no AI. And now she's sneaking around using it without talking through any of the sticky parts with you.
You're not
That's
doing it
when
in a
you lose
gangster
visibility.
voice. Tell me in a gangster voice.
Eesh, you got it, boss. You lay down the law, she takes it underground. Next thing you know, she's using it on the side, and you don't even get a peek at how deep she's in. Better to stay in the loop, you know?
Yeah, see?
Tell us one of the
Right.
cops.
We'll take a break. When we come back. Well, there you go. That's how you use AI for
Perfect.
positive. When we come back, what's hot, what's not, we'll go streaking, and we'll step up to the plate just like you should step up to the pros. Past pros, they're my bros and sisses. Yeah, I just made that up right there, top of my head, y'all. Past pros, you can go to stepuptothepros.com. It's more than pest patrol or pest control. It's more than just protecting homes. It's strengthening communities. Sacramento grown, community driven. Don't just make the call, make the right call. You got bugs, you got cockroaches. Do you have little mice or rats? Whatever maybe, I just found out fleas even. Whatever that may be. My friends over at Pest Pros, they will make it happen, Captain, just like they did at my house. Not a single varmint, roach, insect, whatever it may be around my house since they came out a couple of weeks ago. There's a reason. Back-to-back SAC favorites for best pest control. 2025 winner of best customer service. I mean, they're raising the bar. They're local. They're proud supporters of the King, so you know they're loyal. There's so many reasons to go to Pest Pros, but most importantly, they get the job done. They do it for a good price, and they're honest people. Step up to thepros.com and make sure when they answer, you tell them Carmichael Dave sent you. When we come back, what's hot, what's not, and streaking right after this.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
Man, I love this place. I've been surfing here since I was a kid. Now, seeing my grandson out on the water, it means everything to me. Watching him and taking in the blue waves, the sea breeze, the blurry horizon.
If you have geographic atrophy, or GA, subtle changes in vision could mean it's progressing toward irreversible vision loss. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression and could help preserve your vision for longer, so you may keep seeing the world around you. Izervay, or avacincaptad pegol, is an eye injection. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may cause blood in the white of the eye, blurred vision, or a temporary increase in eye pressure. Do not drive or use machinery until vision has recovered after an eye injection or exam. Ask your retina specialist how you can slow your GA with Izervay. To learn more, call 1-855-IZERVAY or go to izervay.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
California's calling. Sun-soaked coasts, forest trails, and fun-filled city nights. With 21 hybrid and electrified Toyota models, there's a ride made for your life. Score summer deals on the 50 MPG Corolla Hybrid and the 51 MPG Camry. Or get 0% APR plus finance cash on the all-electric BZ. Go farther and spend less this summer with Toyota's hybrids, plug-in hybrids, and all-electric EVs. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit and cannot be combined with other offers. Ends 8/3/26.
And Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for auto pay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot. And what's not?
It's not good. Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Hey, Chris.
What's that?
Who's hot?
Ryan O'Hearn.
Oh, yeah.
Pittsburgh Pirates.
Yes, he is.
He is the 5th Pirates player to hit multiple Grand Slams in a single month. He also hit one yesterday in the Pirates' win over the Cubs on his birthday.
Hey, happy birthday, Ryan O'Hearn. Way to celebrate it with a Grand Slam. Okay. Well, Ryan O'Hearn is hot of the Pirates, former Oriole.
Who else is hot?
Who else is hot?
Who else is hot is Willow Nightingale of AEW, became the first women Grand Slam champion, and you can see my interview with her from a few months ago on our YouTube page.
Willow.
Sactown Sports.
Really? How'd that go?
It was great. Watkins is a big fan of hers.
Is he?
He doesn't even like wrestling.
Why is he a big fan of hers?
She's super nice.
Oh, okay. Well, who's not then?
Paul Skeens.
Skeens.
Paul Skeens.
Paul Skeens on Saturday lost to the Cubs. Cubs won 11-0. That's the largest road. That's the largest home loss in MLB history against a previous year's unanimous Cy Young winner.
Oh,
Well, Skeens.
It's all downhill for him.
Gave up 5 runs. And had 11 strikeouts in 5 innings.
Interesting. Jason.
Yeah.
I think I saw something during the break.
What'd you see?
I think I saw my future, man. By the way, none of this is a paid promotion. I just want to be clear here, or an ad or anything like that. But YouTube has just announced that if you get YouTube Premium, that they're throwing in Peacock Premium for free. So I was doing some math here. Peacock Premium is $16.99 a month. All right. YouTube Premium is $15.99 a month.
Okay.
But then if you get if you get those both, you also get, so what does that do for YouTube? No more ads on YouTube videos, which is awesome. You can download YouTube videos offline, so you can watch them on a plane or whatever, right? Which is awesome. But you also get YouTube Music. So what does that mean? That means I think I could get rid of my Peacock subscription and my Spotify subscription, which I've had forever, and my Apple Music subscription. That's like $30 a month right there.
Okay. You have Spotify and Apple?
Don't ask me why, dude. It's one. I think I got the Apple thing for something for Avery, and then I forgot. And I really do need to cancel that. But anyways, like, hey, do your own research. But I think that's the one, man, because I already have the YouTube TV. I love the idea of being able to watch YouTube videos without ads.
Game changer.
Game changer. That doesn't affect you, though, right? Because you still have, like, cable or satellite or whatever.
I have to go up and change the channel at the box.
The little clicky.
Yeah.
You have the knob on the top and the knob on the bottom for UHF, VHF.
The rabbit ears.
Yeah. Rabbit ears.
Yep.
Tinfoil on them.
Stay right there. Don't move.
You ever one of those video game systems that had the little forks on it and you had to like put them in beneath the screws?
Yeah. What was that? I did have that.
That was Atari, and I think in television, a few others until the invention of, then they had the red, white, and yellow plugs after that. And then they had the HDMI cables, which they have now. Yeah. But back in the day,
What
kids.
a time to be alive.
Yeah. It's so weird when you think about now how it was to connect video game systems to your TV.
I remember doing that. I'm trying to remember if we literally had a screwdriver right there. We must have, or if it was like enough where you could just do that with your hand. Like you kept it loose enough.
The answer for us is both, but we always had a little mini screwdriver right on the ledge behind the TV so we could go in and
Yeah.
All
right. I am 63 years old. Seriously. Let's go streaking, please.
Okay.
It's time to go streaking.
We're going streaking!
Who is the Nostradamus of MLB? Who can keep the streak going? It's time to go streaking.
What the hell are you doing?
Streaking.
We're streaking.
Well, this is interesting, Jason. Somebody texted in and said, hey, I'd pay for, could we pay for Sactown Sports Premium and not have ads? Well, how the hell would that work? I mean, I'm just in my head.
Those ideas.
First off, they're not ads. They're our partners. Secondly, what the hell would you listen to in between breaks? You just have what, like soft meditation music?
Yeah.
Best ofs?
Singing. Our Mount Rushmores.
Mount Rushmores. We just have like 900 best ofs. Hey, you know who I bet would love that? Chris, because he'd have to match that with the how long the commercial break was. Yeah. I'm sure he'd love that. I'll look into it. Jason Ross.
All right, Dave, you're at 0. I'm at 0. Chris is at 2 and streaking, so we got to get going here. You took on Friday, you took Henry Bolte.
Yeah.
Who's really let you down.
He really is having a tough go.
On Friday, he got up 3 times, but he got you 1 hit.
Hey, Henry Bolte.
Let's do the audience like that.
Yeah, they like that.
I took Hunter Goodman.
Hunter.
He only got up twice, but he got me 1 hit.
Hey. Are those minions?
So we're both at 1. Chris was at 2 trying to get to 3. He took Otto Lopez. Otto Lopez got up 5 times. How'd he do, Chris?
He got hit.
Okay. I thought you were drop. He got a hit. 1 for 5, so we all got 1 hit. We all move on.
Is the king.
Dave's at 1. I'm at 1. Chris, you're at 3.
Okay.
So there we go. Opportunity today. Let's go. We got to start streaking and really get.
I am.
You're at 3.
I would
less games today, by the way.
I
can tell you if you're ready.
Go ahead.
Who were you gonna pick?
I was gonna pick Hunter. What happened?
Hunter Goodman?
Yeah.
From the Rockies.
The Rockies.
I don't believe they're playing. Let me double check. Nope.
They're not. All right. Well, give me your guy, Aaron Judge.
He's still out.
Yeah, never mind. Give me Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Okay, you can have him. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I'm going to take Yordan Alvarez.
Maidon?
Yep. Chris?
I'll take Luis Arias.
Of the Giants.
Yeah. All right, we'll take a break. Why are people doing this,
What are they doing?
When we come back. Well, you're gone. You're out of here. You were gone. You're off. I just saw Scotty Buddy Marsh leaving during the last break.
Oh, so he was heading out?
He was heading out. He made like a fetus and headed out. No, he made like a tree and leaved. He made like a banana and split. No, okay. When we come back, it's just Chris and I. We'll talk about the butterfly effect in the NBA, but leading off, why people making videos about Angel Reese in an attempt to support the WNBA are actually really hurting it and being stupid. We'll tell you about it next.
How does Darius Acuff's Summer League performance stack up against other NBA guards? Read the entire breakdown from Frankie Cardoselli at SactownSports.com.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.
Sactown Sports 1140.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Today, we tip our wrench to Rock Auto customer Noah.
My first car was a 2001 Dodge Neon with a blue wing, and it happened to match my high school sweetheart, who's now my wife, her black 2005. So my uncle has been in the industry for well over 25 years. He recommended Rock Auto immediately to buy my first set of brakes. I would recommend Rock Auto just because it's simple, it's easy to find the parts you're looking for, it's all at a good price.
All the parts your car will ever need, Rock Auto.
Jake from State Farm. I just beat my running PR, so I'm celebrating with the Banana Bonanza smoothie.
Hey, and you can keep celebrating when you create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. Go bananas.
I will. Hey, make it a large.
Bundling, just another way to save with the personal price plan. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on Us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Country in the Park 2, presented by your California Army National Guard. October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Russell Dickerson. Plus more. Enjoy line dancing, live DJs, mechanical bull, and food trucks. Tickets start at just $70. Country in the Park 2, October 23rd at Hart Health Park at Cal Expo.
Brought to you by Hyatt Vacation Club and Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers. More info at CITPFest.com.
KHTK HD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
Sactown Sports 1140, your local sports leader.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom!
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sactown Sports.
Welcome back. Jason off playing in Bobby Jackson's tournament. We'll be back tomorrow. Lots of stuff to cover in this segment. I'd like to, however, start with a topic that is super universal. There's no nuance whatsoever, and everybody agrees on. Let's talk about women's sports, and specifically the WNBA, and in this case, specifically, Angel Reese. I caught a video yesterday from a gentleman, and he's obviously a fan of the sport. He's a fan of Angel Reese's. And his premise is that if you're not, you should respect Angel Reese and her game, because if you're not currently a Division I basketball player or playing in the pros, you're not going to beat her. That basically, if you're not a D1 male or a pro, an NBA player, that she's going to beat you, and that she would beat 99.9% of men. Now, the 99.9%, I don't know, because is that everybody in the world? Is that all guys? Is that everybody from 6 years old? I'm not going to tackle that. I just want to tackle, I think this guy probably, his heart is in the right place, which is, okay, you know, criticizing her as an athlete if she misses a shot or makes a bad play, that's all in bounds. That's all fair. It's all fair game. But sometimes it goes a little bit over the top, right? And the thing that really bugs me about this conversation, just the general, it's always been there, this battle of the sexes thing going back to hell before Bobby Riggs and Billie Jean King. It is just this Again, this binary black and white need for people to be right about whatever. And the answer is it's a nuanced conversation if you use common sense. For example, and we have no way of knowing this because it hasn't happened, and I don't think it should happen because I would bet a lot of money I know where it would go. Angel Reese would get torched by a minimum of 50% of Division I high school boys. She's 6'3", maybe 6'4", 165. Let's just talk physics. This isn't a man-woman thing. Let's just talk about the physics of the whole thing. Torched. We've seen situations like this before. What was the one? Venus Williams and her sister famously said that they could beat any man outside the top, I think, 200. So they played a guy in 98 or shortly thereafter named Karsten Brash. He played them in a row and he beat them 6-1, 6-2. There was the but there was the U.S. women's soccer team that was playing an under. I mean, look this up. I'm not trying to be a wise guy here. I think they lost 3-1 to an under 15 boys team. Now there were some mitigating factors in that. Who was it? I think it was when Allison Felix set the Olympic record for sprinting. I forget it. I think it was the 100. I think there was upwards of 300 high school boys ranked or who had faster times than her. We've gone through history and did a deep dive. And when you look at Olympic sports, which are usually the purest forms of athleticism, running, jumping high, jumping far, sprinting, the equivalent is generally where the women's records are now, the men's records were 40 years ago. So when I hear the whole, the WNBA player, no. Now, that doesn't mean 100% of the time. And by the way, I've talked about this story before. Like when I was probably the best I've ever been at basketball, like high school basketball level guy, rotational dude, nothing special, 6'4", in good shape, great cardio. I was on the floor at a California Fitness doing 5-on-5s with Danielle Viglione, went to Del Campo, University of Texas, and on and on. She wiped the floor with all of us. And where I get to the nuances, there's a difference between facts and the nuance of the conversation. Women, on average, are not as good of athletes. They are not as strong. They are not as fast. They cannot jump as far. They cannot jump as high as the average male. And that couldn't matter less. Why? I know we have this inner need to watch the best of the best. I understand that. It's why Major League Baseball is far more popular than minor league baseball. It's why the G League doesn't get anywhere near the viewers of the NBA. I understand this. Whereas any G League team, here's a fact. Any G League team, if they were to play, whether you want it to be the defending WNBA champions or you want it to be an all-star game made up of the best in the WNBA, I think the starting line on a 40-minute game, 2 20-minute halves, would probably be the men by 28.5. It couldn't matter less. It's not you don't need to insult female athletes and the game and still acknowledge common sense. You can actually have, and see what I'm doing right now, unfortunately, is probably pissing off both sides. And I'm trying to just be common sense about it. Guess what? I'm not a WNBA diehard by any stretch of the imagination, but I look at the game where it is now, where it used to be, and the storylines now, and people like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark and Sophie Cunningham. There's these new personalities that are what the Valkyries are doing in Golden State with their attendance, the valuations of the teams. Like, the WNBA is in a phenomenal place. They just signed a labor agreement. They just signed a new TV agreement. The money is starting to change. They're not the NBA. They're never going to be the NBA. But women's college basketball, same thing. Phenomenal watch. Now, if you're sitting there and you're watching the WNBA and you're comparing it to the NBA, you're not going to have as good a time. But if you look at the WNBA and you go, okay, this is a different flavor of basketball. Yes, it's women involved, but also it's a different style. It's not above the rim. It's not all the crazy dunks and all the jump out of the gym insane athleticism. Not that they're not insane athletes, but they're not NBA athletes. It's a lot more fundamental. It's a lot more pass related. It's a lot more shooting related. It's a lot more you play the game the right way. Doesn't mean we're not going to see clips of WNBA players bricking shots. You know who else we're going to see clips of bricking shots? Russell Westbrook, and he's in the Hall of Fame, or will be. I actually enjoy women's tennis more than I enjoy men's tennis. Why? It's more accessible to me. Not that I am anywhere near a women's tennis player. I'm talking about watching. Whereas the men, it is developed into this 190-mile-an-hour serve, and maybe you get a return. In the women's game, it's more rally. It's more volleys back and forth. I actually think it's a more enjoyable experience. I prefer it more. If you ask me who my favorite tennis player to watch over the last 25 years is, it's Serena Williams. That's a fact. I love watching golf. I can relate more to watching LPGA golf than I can men's golf. And for some of you saying, LOL, LPGA golf, dude, watch women's golf. They will absolutely smear you on a course. It's not close. Now, are they hitting 350-yard bombs? No, they're not. What are they doing? They're hitting 250, 260, 270. Their short games are phenomenal. I enjoy watching PGA more, of course I do. That's a best of the best thing. But I actually do enjoy watching LPGA golf, and it's not one of those, oh, the girls. No, they're phenomenally talented, and I can relate to that game a little bit more. I can relate to somebody hitting a drive 250, 260, and needing to have a good short game, needing to putt off the charts. And also respecting the fact that these athletes are insanely good. I enjoy women's gymnastics more than I enjoy men's gymnastics. I don't think I'm the only one. I think the same thing goes for ice skating, figure skating, in the Olympics. Why can't we just acknowledge that comparing male and female athletes is stupid? It's stupid. It's stupid. There's no comparison. But also go, you can like both. And they both have flaws. And they both have bad guys and good guys. They both have players you love to root for. They both have villains. Why do I see this insane vitriol? Let's call Angel Reese a villain, which you may or may not disagree with. But Caitlin Clark is the hero who's being screwed over by the WNBA and physically abused by the whole league. And Angel Reese, she's the face of that side that's just getting in there and just punching and kicking, and she can't make a layup. And why can't we just look, even if that's true, and that's a whole different debate. Well, if that's true, why can't Angel Reese be Rick Mahorn or Dennis Rodman or Bill Laimbeer, the ones you love to root against? And why can't Caitlin Clark be, any of the, why do we have to make it such an insane thing when really we see it in all sports? You can make maybe not athletic comparisons, but why can't the WNBA have enforcers? Why can't the WNBA have dirty players? Why is that so bad? And that to me is the ultimate. Not that I'm trying to soapbox here. I guess I am. But why is it that to me is the real misogyny? That stuff comes in different ways, just like racism does. It doesn't always have to be overt. It doesn't always have to be the slur, and it doesn't always have to be women belong in the insert the whatever. Misogyny can be we're going to cover this person or this team, female, made a horrible play, and we're going to cover it a little lighter. Whether it's conscious or subconscious, we're not going to treat them the same way as we would. God, I don't know, Ben Simmons when he didn't take the layup, or insert other bonehead play a guy makes, and you're not covering it with the same vitriol and tough questions, well, that to me is hugely disrespectful. Cover them you cover them the same way you cover the dudes. Oh, and by the way, you cover the dudes the same way you cover the women. It's a sport. You cover it the same. You criticize, you have a hot take, maybe you're wrong. But it's the stuff that's underlying it, right? Like Angel Reese and in my opinion, the people like this guy was just talking about, who probably in his mind thought, hey, I'm a fan of the W. I'm going to make this video showing her height and her weight and how strong she is and the numbers she's averaging. And I'm going to try to make a point to people that, hey, you may be sitting there criticizing her, but she'd beat 99.9% of any guy out there. And if you're not in the pros or at least Division I, meaning Division II basketball, Division III, and all the high school players Angel Reese could beat. No, not only, forget Angel Reese, Caitlin, all of them. You're not beating that level of player. You, me, the best guy down at the gym, many even high school players, some call it, sure, absolutely. But it's like it's like biting into an apple and being like, this is why this isn't an orange and we should do a deep dive on it. It's two different things. Enjoy them. Celebrate them. Celebrate women's sports for what they are and stop trying to compare them to men. Now, I look, if you want to say Sabrina Ionescu is, the female Steph Curry, cool. You know what I'd like to see some point? I'd like to see some NBA player be the male Angel Reese or the male Caitlin Clark. And I know we got a ways there. That's fine. But I just it doesn't do them any good. And I'm talking about the women involved. I don't think it does. In fact, I think it hurts them. I think videos like that hurt them because all you got to do, and people are stupid anyways, but all you got to do is look at the discourse now where everyone's like, this guy's an idiot, and now we're talking about the deficiencies in athleticism. How about just celebrate what she is and what she does compared to her predecessors and make it an apples and apples and an oranges and an oranges. If you want to make the crossover, say, hey, Angel Reese is when you look at her numbers through the first and her style of play, she's very much like the female version of insert NBA player. That I'm fine with that because that makes it more accessible to people that maybe aren't completely into the WNBA. They're just getting into it. Like, if you want to make crossover comparisons, and I'm just going to pick, she's got a better offensive game than Rodman. I don't know. Buck Williams. A guy with the Blazers, a double-double guy, right? This stupid comparison. But what I'm saying is, if you're going to make that comparison, that's fine. You don't have to say, and she's better than he was. No, she's not. And by doing that, and in your attempt to help the sport, I think you're polarizing people. And I'm not worried about the ones that are on the far side of things that don't. You're never changing them. They don't think women should play sports, and if they do, whatever, and it's all political, and it's cute, and blah, blah, and whatever. You're never changing their minds. You're never changing their minds. But in between those folk, let's call them the 10, 20%, and then the hardcore ones that are super into it, let's call that the 10 to 20%. Well, now you have this 60 to 80%, I think, in the middle that are kind of, well, I'm probably that guy. I can't sit here and profess to say I'm the champion of women's sports or anything close to it, but I think I have a healthy outlook on it, and I think I enjoy what I enjoy. I like what I like, and I can appreciate and respect it. These people are not doing it any favors. From the 916, I miss the Monarchs. I do too. Big championship. From the 916, women's sports is fairly new to modern society. Men have a nearly 100-year head start. I think that's fair. That's fair. I don't care how long we go. I think there's look, there again, we're using common sense here, and I know that this conversation can turn into something that's ugly, and I don't want any part of that. I whether it's 100 years from now or 500 years from now, I don't think women are ever going to be at the pure athletic level that, you're not going to take the best women in all the sports and their records aren't going to be what the men are and the best in their sports. I don't think it's ever, I think physiologically that can never happen. You're never going to see a woman break the all-time mile record or long jump or high jump men. It's just never going to happen, in my opinion. I don't think it's ever going to happen. But it doesn't need to. And just like men's, the deep dive I'd like to say is, remember I said earlier, I think the Olympic records that men hold right now or women hold right now were the men's records 40 years ago. So it's about 40 years apart. But I would like to see over those 40 years what percentage the men's records have increased versus women's. I'll bet you the women's are at, if not higher. And I'll bet you over the next 40 years, it will probably be the same thing, to that texter's point, as women's sports become even more mainstream and popular and more money is involved. We have to remember, too, that in a lot of these sports for the women, they do not have the same benefits that the men have had for a long time. They don't have some of them have had to work. WNBA players have to work in the offseason in a lot of cases to maximize their money overseas. You know, when Katie was on the show, we talked all the time. She's played in Korea and Russia and 900 different places because she didn't make enough money in the WNBA. Imagine that. Imagine, Nikola Jokic or, well, hell, let's not even say that. He's an MVP. Imagine DeAndre Hunter having Keegan Murray before the extension, having to go overseas, and they're playing right now and putting mileage on themselves and risking injury because they're just not making enough in the NBA. Like, that's so crazy. And in most women's sports, you don't have the team of nutritionists and the private planes and 5-star hotels, although I know in the W that's changed. Like, those are real things that make a difference. In the aggregate, they make a difference. So I think it's fair to bring up. But it doesn't have to be the same. It's so dumb. So I guess the point of the whole segment is let's I will never be on a soapbox and be like, if you don't like women's sports, then you're no, if you like what you like, dislike what you dislike. I don't want to yum anyone's yuck or yuck anyone's yum. But stop even when you're trying to help, dude. Stop making the comparisons. Stop saying outlandish crap like that, because then you lose the high ground. Because if you're saying that, then how out of touch are you about everything else? You're just showing a non-logical bias that then turns people off from maybe great points you do have to make or could make. Talk about the increase in ratings. Talk about the increase in salaries. Talk about the increase in attendance, overall viewership. Talk about the growth year on year. Compare it percentage-wise to other men's sports. Show where it is historically. All that's fair game. Please don't come out and say that, Angel Reese could beat anyone that's not playing D1 or pro. 916-339-1140 is your text line. Women's sports are played at such a high level that they're what kids should be shown in terms of fundamentals. Men's sport, there's more leeway for individualism that women's sports does not have. I tend to agree with that. Honest to God, I do. I really do. With my son, both in high school soccer and basketball and AAU and travel teams and all that stuff, I see so much of that influence. Everybody wants to be Steph Curry. Everybody wants to, make a highlight reel and show that latest move where you break the ankles on TikTok. And there's so much of that. There's so much of that influence and not enough of, like, can you make a good bounce pass? Are you a Swiss Army knife on your team? Can you make your teammates better? Are you humble in victory? Not that you shouldn't celebrate, but are you disrespectful? And I'm not saying, by the way, that would be just as bad, blanket statementing that every women's team does none of that. But I think it's far, far, far more prevalent in the boys and men, young men. So I agree with you. I agree with that. And by the way, you've seen a little bit of that. Again, if you want to go apples to apples, the AAU influence and the TikTok influence on men's basketball is a big reason why your last 6 MVPs all came from elsewhere. It's where you're getting that Euro influence now where they have to know fundamentals, which is why you have big guys like Joel Embiid or Shai Gilgeous-Alexander at the guard. I mean, really, Giannis, Jokic, big guys, smaller guys, the fundamental grasp is so much different. It doesn't mean there aren't great American players, but it means there's a hybrid. There should be a hybrid, a happy medium, which is kind of how I would close out this segment. Embrace a happy medium on the topic, please, and don't say dumb stuff that you think's helping. You're just going to screw everything up. We'll take a break. When we come back, what's on deck? We'll clean up some of the stuff we've already been talking about today. We'll recap some of the headlines, and we'll get to crosstalk with Matt and Kayla right after this.
SactownSports.com is your online home for sports in Sacramento. Dive deep into the Kings, 49ers, Raiders, Giants, Athletics, and more with your favorite local personalities and some of the most trusted sports voices in the community. Stream Sactown Sports 1140. Watch original video content and read in-depth analysis all in one location. SactownSports.com. Your local sports leader. Sactown Sports 1140.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on Us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Congratulations, New York. The Knicks did it. Through battle after battle, they dominated to become this year's NBA champions. Day in and day out, the hard work paid off, and you were there every step of the way. Enjoy the crown. Own it, because this year is your year. A part of your legacy that will never be forgotten. So celebrate this moment, show your pride, and shop the largest selection of official NBA gear at NBAstore.com. A Fanatics experience.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on Us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible ported, no cash access, and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
This is Sactown Sports 1140.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave. What's up? It's Matt George. What's good? It's Alan Stiles.
With the most trusted voices in the community.
This is Jason Ross.
Hey, it's Kayla Anderson.
It's Whitey Gleason.
Ready to help promote your business, both as partners and customers. All you have to do is ask. Pick up the phone, dial pound 250 and say, grow my business to get connected with a team member today. That's pound 250 and say, grow my business. Our team will will review your product, quickly pair you with a perfect endorser, and create video and audio samples all at no cost or obligation to you. With the most live and local on-air lineup, a dynamic content-driven website, and a state-of-the-art mobile app, Sactown Sports 1140 is tailor-made to help you connect with a sports audience in Sacramento. So why wait? Dial pound 250 today. Say, grow my business, and let us help take you to the next level.
The following is a test of the emergency alert system. This is only a test.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
On Sactown Sports.
Hey, Chris, before I forget, you had to do it in 2 parts. But you went and saw, I assume you were able to finish out your Odyssey to view the Odyssey.
I did.
Quick review, if you would.
That's fantastic. Is it my favorite Christopher Nolan movie? No, but it's really, really good.
Is it my favorite Christopher Nolan movie?
No.
No. Top.
I think, though, what kind of hurts that for me is if I went in with like a completely blank slate, I probably would like it more. But it's just that selling of this is one of the greatest movies of all time. It's just like, well, I don't. For some, I think it is, but like I think it was very, very good. A+.
It's funny how there's a lot of people going in with the expectation that it's one of the, if not greatest movie of all time. And there's a whole other group going in with the dead opposite expectations. I do know I saw that like something like week on week sales fell 20%, which is like the lowest. I think it's the lowest fall for any movie that's grossed $100 million or more. I just saw that China is dedicating most, if not all, of their 800 IMAX screens to showing the IMAX. That thing's going to be a monster, dude. It's gonna end up being $1.5 to $2 billion. I have not, and part of it is we told you before we have one of 41 screens in the world here in Sacramento downtown, the Esquire IMAX, that can show it in the actual 70 millimeter the way he shot it. I can't get in, dude. The rest of the month, and when I say I can't get in, like most of the showings seem to be sold out. But then I was looking for tickets over the weekend, and I could go see it at other screens. I almost went. There's one in Roseville with one of those D-box seats where it moves around. I saw the last Avatar in one of those. It was actually kind of cool. I was tempted, but I really want to see it. You got one screen in the whole world out of 41 that can show it. Why not? But I can't get in. The only seats available are the ones that are like right under the screen, dude. No, thank you. I would rather sit in the very last row than sit in those first 2 rows. I had that experience one time, and I was not a fan. Because you can't see the whole thing. You can't. It's immersive, but it's too immersive. And then I end up not being able to see right for the rest of the day.
What if they did an Odyssey viewing at the Sphere?
Dude, I thought about that. That would be insane.
Well, the thing is, I kind of want to check the 4X with the moving seat and like it sprays water in your face and stuff like that.
Well, I was just saying I almost took the kids because I really want to take them before Avery goes back to school. And we almost did the Roseville one has all kinds of seats that were available in those D-box seats, the ones that move around and do all that. And that was a cool experience. I was just saying when you were on the phone for Avatar, the last Avatar. But I want to see it out. My whole thing with the Odyssey, I'm not here to say it's good or bad. I haven't seen the movie yet, and I'm sure it'll be great. I'm sure I'll like it.
Vanessa Williams was a better Calypso in the NBC miniseries.
But what I love about it, I like the Odyssey before I've even seen it. For the same exact reason in the late 90s, I fell in love with the Harry Potter books before I read one. It's the same exact thing.
I know you like Harry Potter.
With Harry Potter, I loved the fact that it was getting all kinds of kids to actually read books. The amount of kids that read books, and then how many of them read those books as an intro and then went, oh, I want to read something else, and actually read the butterfly effect of them reading all these books. Harry Potter was a huge part of that. I didn't need to see it to love that. I'm also a huge fan of the cinema experience and less of these cookie cutter, made for your TV, Netflix, Prime original, Apple original. I mean, they're fine. But the idea of like the old school, here's a movie made by a great filmmaker with great actors, great source material. Let's go. And people are flocking to the cinema like the olden days, if you will. I love that. Also, I don't know if this is true or not, but I hope it's also encouraging people to, read the Odyssey, read the Iliad.
A lot of the people that have problems with it clearly have not read it.
100% correct. Look, I don't know.
And it's a strange hill to die on of something that you have no knowledge of.
Yes.
But know that it should be done better.
And that's the thing. I mean, I don't want to write off a whole group of folk. Look, it's like we just talked about with the Angel Reese thing. You have 5% of wackos over here, and you got 5% of wackos completely on the other side over there. I mean, there's a whole group of wackos. There's like, I'm not seeing it. This casting on a, fake story that was, made up by a dude. And by the way, we don't even know if Homer was an actual dude. It might have been like a group of people. We don't know.
He was in Springfield. Yeah. Or some nuclear power plant.
It's like, go watch the thing. But also, again, read it. Iliad and Odyssey.
Also, if you think you're going to hate it, you don't have to go.
That's true. Yes, the movie will not hurt you. I would say the Iliad and the Odyssey, it's worth reading those. I don't want to piss anyone off here. I'm saying this with no...
just check out the Wikipedia pages on them.
No, read the books. If you want to get like the modern ones that don't have all the, weird words in it and stuff that you don't get, fine. But I would say as somebody who loves stories, and I'm saying this with respect, and I'm not doing a bit here, so don't get preconceivedly upset, but I would say reading the Odyssey and reading the Iliad are second cousins to reading the Bible. I've read the Bible a few times before, not for... the religious part of it aside, so many of our modern day sayings and stories based on stories and all that come from that old source material. So if no other reason than just like, oh, I didn't know that's where that came from. Oh, is that where I didn't know that. I always thought they just said turn the other cheek. I didn't know that was, whatever it may be. You'd really be shocked at how many modern things that we say today come from all of that source material. So the bottom line is read more. And many of you probably read it in school because you had to. But Red Sox A's. The A's have had an Odyssey. Bad one.
Ought to see them doing better.
Yeah. By the way, there's a lot of Odyssey jokes that are making the rounds right now, and I'm actually a huge fan of those. The A's and Red Sox, remember, a 7-game series here in Sacramento starting today. That's going to be a 6:40 start. The Giants hosting the 66-39 Brewers. That will be at 6:45, and what I imagine is a beautiful day in San Francisco. Red Sox have cooled a tiny bit, but they've still won 8 of their last 10, including their last one. The Giants, of course, have lost 6 of 10, which represents them heating up a little bit. Meanwhile, shockingly, the Dodgers have a 12-game lead in the West. Who would have thought of that?
Dave loves L.A. Dave loves it.
Who would have possibly thought that was done? Remember when everyone was like, oh, the Padres. Yeah, they're in third. The Padres are behind the Diamondbacks. They're sitting at 500. Meanwhile, how about the American League? That's where the action's at. The Rays are in first, but just 3 games ahead of the Yankees. The Guardians are just 2.5 behind. Break up those White Sox, followed by the Twins just 3.5 back. And then in the West, you got the Rangers with a 1.5 game lead on the Mariners and the Astros. Let me do some quick math here. That's 4, 7. Yeah, that's kind of interesting. The combined games ahead for all three first-place American League teams, they are a combined 7 games in all 3 divisions ahead of their second-place opponents, whereas the Brewers in the Central have a 7-game lead, the Dodgers in the West have a 12-game lead, and the Braves in the East have a 5.5-game lead. So really, with the exception of the wild card, all the action is in the American League right now. Please, God, hurry up and get to the playoffs so baseball is watchable. We will take a break. When we come back, we'll finish up the show. Crosstalk with Matt and Kayla right after this.
Follow Sactown Sports 1140 on Instagram and X at Sactown 1140 to see the best moments from all your favorite shows and up-to-the-minute live reactions and updates on the Kings, 49ers, and more. That's at Sactown 1140 on Instagram and X. Your local sports leader, Sactown Sports 1140.
This summer, there are 250 reasons to join T-Mobile.
Girls trip? Booked. And switching to T-Mobile helped make it happen.
With Experience Beyond, switch and get $100 back. Plus, $650 in value in built-in plan benefits. That's $750 in your first year, guaranteed.
And honestly, that $100 back, I'm putting it towards the zip line.
Now that's how you do summer.
Exactly. Best switch I ever made.
This is just one reason to join T-Mobile this summer. There are 250 reasons. Find yours.
Savings based on the value of benefits included with Experience Beyond, like entertainment and 1 year of AAA Classic and Dash Pass on Us. Benefits may require activation. See plan for details. Get $100 via virtual prepaid MasterCard with eligible port and no cash access and expires in 6 months. Issued by Sunrise Banks, N.A. member FDIC. Allow 8 weeks.
Whoa, what's all this? These screens, the food?
All for the game, bro.
Dude, let us pitch in.
No need. I've got it all covered. With T-Mobile, I'm saving $1,000 bundling my wireless and internet.
No way. Really?
Yep, and the price of my plan won't change for 5 years.
Wow, I'm definitely switching to T-Mobile.
Goal!
Here to score big with T-Mobile. Families save up to $1,000 a year when they bundle fast, easy to set up, all-in 5G home internet with 4 phone lines on Experience Beyond. And your plan price? Guaranteed for 5 years. Stay connected con tu gente and catch every match with T-Mobile. Join now at T-Mobile.com. Price guarantee on talk, text, and 5G data. Exclusions like taxes and fees apply. Savings based on third line free via monthly bill credits. Internet discount with $15 in monthly bill credits and auto-pay discount. Qualifying credit required. Credits may take up to 2 bill cycles and will stop if you cancel any lines or change plans.
The one and only Monster Jam. Big air, backflips, and all-out racing. See the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks. The fun begins at the pit party, where you can meet the drivers, get autographs, take pictures, and see the trucks up close. Get your pit party pass at monsterjam.com today. Must have valid event ticket to enter pit party. Restrictions may apply. Rules and activities are subject to change. Visit website for event details. Coming to Golden One Center August 15th and 16th.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You've still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight illnesses like pneumococcal pneumonia and RSV. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and can help protect you from getting really sick. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. See more at PfizerForAll.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Capital Casino is conveniently located in downtown, 411 16th Street, and has been a part of the greater Sacramento area for over 20 years. They offer the best variety of games in the region in a safe and friendly environment, and there's plenty of parking, all well lit and monitored by security. Come have a great meal at the cafe and restaurant inside. Capital Casino has the best food, the best service, and the best action. But please always remember to gamble responsibly. 1-800-GAMBLER.
Chevy is the heartbeat of America, and there's a big upside to buying and driving a new Chevy Silverado half-ton truck. There's the lifetime warranty, not to mention the selection, from a two-wheel drive to a four-wheel drive, the LT, RST, High Country, you name it. There's an even bigger upside to buying a new Silverado at Folsom Chevy. General Manager Eric Wilson and his team are offering 0% financing for 5 years and no payments for 90 days during the entire month of July. On all new Silverado half-ton trucks in stock, an incredible deal. Folsom Chevy is truck country. You can find them off Highway 50 at the Folsom Auto Mall between the Hazel and Folsom exits. Find out more at folsomchevy.com. From the mountains to the levee, think Folsom Chevy. Together, let's drive. Must finance with GM on approved credit. $16.67 per 1,000 financed. Cannot be combined with other offers. Ends July 31st, 2026.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Oh! Yes!
Yeah!
My guy, Brendan.
Hello.
Hey, buddy.
Hello. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well.
My favorite things about Brendan is, like me, he is a sucker for the alternate hat.
Yeah. Yes.
You've got a few that I love.
I get a hard time. I have like a maroon A's hat people don't love.
Oh.
That one doesn't even count as alternate. That's just a random color. They've never worn it.
They're just fun to wear with things they go with.
Yeah.
Right.
You know
That's
what I'm
what they were
saying?
made, I'm sure.
Yeah. How are you, Kayla?
You know, have to hold down the fort today.
Yeah?
On Monday. It's a little bit mine. It's a bit of a mine, you know what.
Matt George golfing along with Jason and half the rest of the...
You better wear their sunblock.
Yeah, it's going to be...
Especially those guys.
I know, right?
Matt needs...
Matt
needs to lather
needs
up
to be
in
sure.
some... Yeah.
Matt does... I don't know what it is with Jason, but he is not... It's like he's not all Caucasian. Like, there's an olive to him.
Okay.
And he tans really... I'm jealous. Like, he gets really dark in the summer.
Really?
You don't think the top of the dome...
Well,
That
he
for
wears a
sure.
hat.
Okay.
Yeah, he wears a hat. The
That makes
dome
sense.
the dome will get burnt.
Yeah.
That's for sure. But, you know, we're doing a lot of stuff today, guys. I was
What,
just...
taking a nap?
That's
what you said you
No,
were
I'll
gonna
take
do.
a nap later. I'm saying on the show, we're dealing with a lot of stuff.
What? I mean, I heard a little bit of it, but it was all over the place.
We got some guy made a dumb video about Angel Reese.
Oh, that was the one I heard.
Pissed me off.
Yeah.
But by the way, I'm not asking you because you're a girl. I'm asking the both of you. I'm not going to take offense. Did you take exception with anything I said?
Oh, about how just naturally...
I think it does a disservice to women's sports when you're trying to compare them to men's sports.
It's just...
It's okay to say that men, on the whole, are better. When I say better athletes, I mean run faster, jump higher.
Right.
But they're different things.
Yeah.
And I think you create this argument that you don't need to have, which is like women's sports can be what they are. There are reasons I like them more than men's sports for different reasons. We were talking about tennis, golf, gymnastics, different things. Why?
What was the comment?
This guy was saying that that you should put respect on Angel Reese's name because unless you're a Division I college player or a pro player, she would beat you one-on-one. And I'm like, bro, she's 6'3", 165.
She beats up on a lot of other.
Oh, she beat the brakes off of me or Brendan or a lot of play. Not just us, I'm saying, but I also think when you look at the average height and weight of boys' high school players. Yeah. They're just bigger and stronger. They weigh more. They're taller. They're
right.
You know.
But we're definitely talking about like really good high school players.
100%. I was telling a story.
Like guys that are bound for D1.
Yeah. No, I was telling an anecdote when I was, and I've said this a billion times, but it was where I really was humbled by female athletes when I was in my early 20s, best shape I've ever been, played basketball in high school, just a normal high school basketball player, nothing special. And we had we do runs on the weekends down at California Family Fitness, and Danielle Viglione, who went to Del Campo here, Texas, University of Texas, is one of the better players in the country, missed, and this is important, was 2 spots away from making the Sacramento Monarchs. So she didn't even make
it to that level.
She dusted us.
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't close.
Yeah.
It was a different level of player. And I remember watching, because half the run I was on her team, half the run I was defending her. And I remember one time she went into the lane, somebody came down on her and obvious fouled her, and nobody said anything. So I called the foul. And she lit my ass up. She's like, I don't need you calling my. And she was right. She's like, I don't need you calling.
That's funny.
It was awesome. She's like, I don't need you calling my fouls, dude. Don't. Would you call that foul if it was him? And I was like, you know what? You're actually 100% right.
You're like, no more fouls called by me.
Yeah. And that was about the last time where I was like, I don't think girls can play. No, she dusted us. But it's a whole different thing. There's that. Did you see the Kings over under?
We were going to touch on a little bit of that.
21 and a half.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby.
No chance.
Less than last season.
Right.
No
with
chance.
all those injuries, I feel like people are just looking at it and like, hey, they lost this many games last year and forgetting how many players they were lacking.
No chance.
You were like, bet the over.
Bet every bet. No, I wasn't. I said, don't bet 1-800-GAMBLER.
You're like,
I don't need that.
I'm not telling you.
Yeah, exactly.
To,
Well, I said, there's 2 things there's 2 things I can't control. I can't control injuries, and if Scott Perry ends up trading half the farm, but I don't think that's gonna happen. And they can't have worse. Last year, they had 60% of their starting lineup out for almost the entire year.
Yeah.
Now they have a rookie point guard who was a lottery pick. You're getting Sabonis back. Levine's in a contract here. DeAndre Hunter's in a contract here. Keegan Murray is back. Plus, you have Reno in year 2. Nate Clifford in year. I'm not saying they're going to be good.
Yeah.
They're not winning
20.
Yeah. Well, I can guarantee you they won't win 21.
They had an undrafted free agent rookie start game 1 of the regular season last year.
Yes. They picked up Precious Achiuwa off the couch.
Right. Russell Westbrook.
Russell. God. Anybody else ever do Russell Westbrook?
No, I don't think so.
Russell Westwood.
I wonder, by the way, he's going through the same crap
I guess
he did last year.
By the way, he's not getting many suitors, is what it says.
That's what they said last year. I wonder, I hope he's still good enough to be in the league.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
It's just a weird fit, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's hard to figure out where he belongs. I think last year's Kings team made a lot of sense, but does he
Uh-huh.
want to go to another team? It seemed like everything he said was, hey, I think we can be better than we project.
Right.
So is he really willing to go to Memphis?
Right. And then did you guys see the, I hate this kind of stuff. This kind of stuff irks me. Source tells me that a coach in the NBA said he's just difficult to. Okay, first of all, buddy, I hate these sources
Anonymous.
talking trash about it. Just
It's
irks
stupid.
me.
It's stupid. He was such a coach favorite. I heard one coaching criticism off record, which I'll share now. I won't say who. Celebrity birthdays brought to you by Crumble Cookies. No, not Crumble Cookies. All right, they're talking. Celebrity birthdays.
There we go.
I heard one criticism of him, and that was he pretty much refused to fight through screens on defense. That's it.
Well, yeah.
That's it.
It's just a coaching. Yeah.
That's it. That was the biggest frustration with Russell Westbrook last year, according to this person, was he just wasn't going to fight through screens on defense. Ooh. I mean, it's a criticism, but not. He was such a great mentor. He played every game.
I loved watching him when he was trying to coach off the bench. I was like, this guy's so entertaining. I wish he would coach. He said he didn't want to, though.
You could make an argument that they could actually get more use out of him this year as a mentor to Acuff than not.
I keep saying this, but I don't think that's maybe what he wants to do.
Acuff also doesn't fight through screens.
Yeah, right.
There you go.
Now, don't teach him that.
Yeah, he doesn't. Defense? What's that? All right, who's older today, Christopher Laud?
Happy birthday today to Maya Rudolph.
Oh.
Also, heads up, not a good day for birthdays.
Really?
Oh, dang.
What? No movie premieres in there?
There is one, but I don't know how many people saw that. So we can start with that.
Okay.
On what day did Wet Hot American Summer come out?
Whoa, that title is.
Sounds like doesn't it sound like a
film? It's like an American Pie
Adult
movie.
film.
Yeah.
Great movie.
I remember the title. I don't I'll say 2001. Could be the 80s.
2002.
90s. I don't know.
2004.
We've got a correct answer.
No, we do not.
Oh, I don't even know what it is.
Carmichael Dave gets it right.
There
It came
it
out
is.
in 2001.
That is
I
that.
think you did know.
Dave
You
has
were
definitely
playing
seen that movie
I
plenty of
swear,
times.
I swear to God.
He watches it every anniversary.
That was, I'm trying to think of, why can't I think of his name?
Wet Hot American.
I'm looking it up right now. I swear.
Check out the cast on that.
Why not?
Holy
Want to
crap.
look it up on the work
How
computer?
have I not
Right?
seen this? Janine Garofalo, David Hyde Pierce, Molly Shannon, Paul Rudd, Chris Maloney, Michael Showalter, no relation to Buck, Michael Ian Black, Amy Poehler, Bradley Cooper.
Bradley Cooper's first movie.
Elizabeth
Whoa.
Banks.
Oh, I love Elizabeth
I
Banks.
do
She's the
too.
she's the
Yeah.
best.
Wow, what a cast.
That's crazy. I actually might watch this.
Budget.
It's an amazing movie.
They got all of that and made the movie for a grand
1.8?
total of $1.8 million with a box office of $295,000. Great movie.
Yeah, but they made they made 2 Netflix series out of it.
Did they really?
Oh, okay.
All right. What's
Happy
her
birthday, Maya Rudolph.
Maya Rudolph is 43.
No, she's 58.
I have zero idea who this person is.
That-
I'm going to
that's
say
a
that
no.
they're 53.
Bridesmaids.
Yeah,
Person that doesn't know who she is the closest. Maya Rudolph is 54.
All right, 2 for 2.
There we go.
Happy birthday, A-Rod.
Went to University of Miami.
He did, famously.
A-Rod is
Baseball, football?
Alex Rodriguez.
Okay.
Rodriguez. Former
who's the
Mariner,
football
right?
A-Rod?
Aaron
Aaron
Rodgers.
Rodgers.
Oh,
Yeah,
well,
we called that.
I was just making
He
sure.
did.
Yeah.
He what?
He did.
Aaron Rodgers?
No, Aaron
Yeah.
Hernandez. Sorry.
Oh.
I knew that's where you were going.
Yeah.
A-Rod is 50.
53.
47.
David's closest, 51. Let's go. That's it.
That's it?
Unless you
come
want to
on.
know how old Triple H is.
Coming up next,
Oh, God.
Kayla, Brendan, and all the fun stuff coming till going till 2 with Whitey and Alan. We'll see you tomorrow. For Jason Ross, for Christopher Lund. Bye now.
How does Darius Acuff's Summer League performance stack up against other NBA guards? Read the entire breakdown from Frankie Cardoselli at SactownSports.com.
Your exclusive home for Kings basketball.